X.
Well, why? Because I don't know. It says X, so I just read it.
I know you got me into a habit of calling it X.
Well, it's Twitter. If it's gonna act like Twitter, I'm gonna freaking well call it Twitter. And so, anyways, for any of my people, hello. I've been streaming for a few minutes now on Daniel Clancy's channel, and it's all gone a bit funny.
That much. Yes.
And so he's streaming on his channel. I'm streaming on mine. We're streaming together because we're bros. Almost like digital Eskimo brothers.
Yeah, but I'm like waiting for my hat in the mail. Actually, that's what I was complaining about.
Have you ever heard the term Eskimo brothers?
Yeah, not as like a term that you're probably thinking of. I mean, there's like a band that I'm thinking of. What's up, my goose? How you doing? What's the time where everyone is? Because right now for me is 1:16 p.m.
Oh, I just realized.
11 for you, right?
I just realized I didn't put my thing up. See, it's so difficult. Yeah, so you have to, because through Rumble Studio you have to make an ingress to which StreamYard, because it becomes its own window. It's a very complicated, very stupid thing.
That's
so I've been
because
talking
of Rumble, though, right?
And I didn't have my thing up, so I've been going for a minute talking to a blank screen, and no one's heard me. So again, hello everyone on my channel. I'm streaming with Daniel on his channel. He's on my channel. We're like Eskimo brothers, but digitally. Eskimo brothers are like when you and a dude like share a girl. I don't want to say this in front of Mama.
I've just got a notification. She's probably gone. The third Railify just started streaming. I got a notification.
Yeah.
See, we're real pros.
We get through it. Daniel and I, we always have a fun time, but it's a messy time. But yeah, so you had asked me how my day was. I didn't get a chance to answer it. Oh my God. I exploded at my wife.
Why?
Just so furiously. I'm still mad. I haven't talked to her for hours. Just
shit. Okay.
So furious.
What happened? Tell us about it.
She gave away all of my workout shirts.
Why?
Because she's like, they don't fit you.
Well, do they not fit you?
Like, bitch, they're spandex. They're fucking spandex. They're made for bodybuilders. I'm supposed to be the size of a house, and they're still gonna fit. What do you mean they didn't fit me? Maybe they don't look good on me because I'm a little soft in the middle right now, but they're spandex.
That's what she meant. That's what she fucking meant. What a bitch.
Oh man, I was so fucking mad. Okay, because I've been looking for they're Under Armour, right? They're the real fucking they're like $50-$60 a pop. And
wow, they're so expensive, right? They're proper.
So they were.
Well, like, everything's fucking expensive.
Armor on the side,
but then past a minute, yeah.
But then they had like the one had like a Batman logo, or one was like printed exactly the same as.
Because wives don't do that.
Mine does. It was printed the exact same as Superman. Like it was like a fucking the Superman fucking his like outfit, like the Cavill Superman. So I fucking loved it. I wanted to wear it for I think I streamed for. I don't know if
it like a costume. Did it look ridiculous?
No, it looked fucking awesome. It made me look like fucking Cavill, Henry Cavill, and now it's gone.
Can you get the same one back and just charge?
No, because they were like limited edition and fucking yeah. So I was just so.
Who did you give them to?
No, fucking. Here's the funny thing. So she gives them to our neighbor.
Go. You know where they are then.
Well, I can't just go like those are mine. Giving them back.
You can.
That makes me feel weird. Her female,
you don't have to be like that.
Friend,
just
her friend, her friend Kayla. So Kayla's walking over today, wearing my fucking Batman thing. I look at her, and I'm like, "Where did you get that shirt?" And she's like, your wife gave it to me." And I'm like, "What?
How friendly are you with this neighbor? Are you like, how friendly are you with the neighbor?
6 out of 10.
just to be like, listen, my wife's a bit of a bitch. She was going through a bit of a thing. We had a falling out over this, and I need to really get these back so that we can mend our marriage.
This is the part.
And you're right, and you need to say like this. Right now, you are coming between me and my wife. You're coming between our marriage, and it's destroying our children. I need those clothes back.
Well, no, listen. Okay, so Mongoose or anybody else, I haven't even pulled up my chat. I don't even know if anybody's in it.
Sorry, I got arguing pangs in my.
Listen,
sorry.
It's not. You might be thinking, oh, it's just a shirt. Actually, it was a handful of them. There was Optimus Prime, there was Thor, there was Batman, there was Superman, and there was a bunch of fucking. Did I have Spider-Man? I don't know. I had a bunch of them. They were fucking awesome, and I loved them. Anyways,
Magoo says give away a pair of shoes. Give away all of them. Didn't she give away all of your?
Oh yeah, I was like, what? Well, she collects Starbucks cups, and I was like, you don't drink out of them. They sit in fucking boxes down my shelf right over here. You're not drinking out of them. They still got the paper in them. What are you doing with these $20, $30 fucking cups? Like, oh well, I like them. They're my cups. Why did you? Are you having a stroke? He looks like he's having a stroke in the little box.
I'm just having a bit of a moment. I'm in a bit of pain.
All right, he's having a stroke, or he has to poop, or something.
No.
It's probably poop.
No, it's
probably
not poo.
Poop.
It's not fucking poo.
Anyway, so the problem is the other day I was like, honey, okay, listen, where are my workout shirts? Because I want the Superman one, because I think it was like, I don't know if it was 4th of July, or maybe it's because my 40th birthday or something. I was streaming and I wanted to like Superman. I had a thing in my head. So I was like, honey, where are my workout shirts? And she's like, oh, they're in a tote. She knows that she's long since fucking given them away. They're packed away in her tote. I'm searching through all the totes and all the things in her closet. I'm ripping it all apart. I'm like, honey, I can't find them. Where are they? She's like, why do you need them? Why do you need them?
Well, wait. So there's a there's a story.
It's the lying and the gaslighting that has me so mad. So what I'm saying is a lot of people might think, oh, Sean, but they're just shirts. Yes, they are just shirts.
There's this story behind it.
It's the lying and the gaslighting. So I'm like tearing apart all of the fucking totes. I'm like, where? You say that you have them packed away.
See, that's
I've torn everything. She's like, it's fine. It's fine.
The only answer to this is divorce.
And then so I fucking I sent her. I went through like the WhatsApp fucking history, and then I like screenshotted the part.
Like you have a super healthy marriage.
I screenshotted the part. Well, I was furious. It's a really good marriage, except for these little things, these hiccups that come every once in a while. What do you expect at 7 fucking years of marriage? Anyway, so I screenshotted the part where I'm like, hey, what? Like, have you seen these? What? Oh, they're in a tote. Which tote? I can't find them. Why do you need them? I sent that to her. I'm like, do you remember this conversation? And then a wall of profanity infused text just fucking. Oh my God. She gets it. She gets into the car from work. She doesn't even bother to read the wall. And then she calls me up and she's like, oh, hi, honey. How are you? I'm like, I'm fine.
Yeah, no.
Did you read the messages? She's like, oh, no, I didn't have a chance. I'm like, okay,
no, she read them.
What fucking retard?
That's another gaslight. Gaslight.
I was like, what retard gets into their car and then just calls without going through messages and all the other stuff? Like, am I the only person in the world that does that? Like, I get into the car. Rarely, because I'm
but if
trapped
there's
in this house.
if there's more than like 4 messages from anyone, like if there's more than if there's a stack of notifications there, and someone and I need to contact one of them, one of those people that there's already a bunch of notifications, I just won't read those. I'll just call them because I have to anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
But typically I would read all the messages. Hey, look, just so you know, everyone here in the room stands by you. Magoose and I.
Oh man, I was hopping mad.
I would be too. Magoose says a man throws away his own clothes. They don't buy a bunch of shit and then keep stuff forever, so you don't just touch their shit.
The wildest part, and I want everybody to know, I love my wife dearly. So
see what I mean? Magoose knows what Magoose is a loving wife, and she stands by you on this, and she will even admit, I will turn the red receipt off to read my hubby's messages. So when I'm mad, so he thinks I'm ignoring him. Exactly. So she read your spray of profanity.
Yeah, it's like the WhatsApp thing. So I have no idea whether or not she did or not.
Oh, they got a weird tick system. There's 2 ticks, and then there's there's 2 ticks, then 1 ticks, then blue ticks, then gray ticks. Like what?
Yeah, one tick. The first tick, the gray one, means it has sent. It is in the ether of the internet. Then you get second gray tick, which means it has arrived at their phone unread, and then once it's read, but you can. She could read that shit through her fucking watch. She can read it all, and it won't register on her phone.
I see most of half of that's useless information. I don't need to know that my message has made it to the cell tower. That doesn't help me. I need to know if it's made it to the fucking recipient. That's the only thing I should be notified of.
I guess sometimes it's
everyone
good
else
to know.
Gets away with 1 tick. See, we just this podcast is already about nothing.
Well, you asked me about my day, and I didn't get the chance to blow up about it yet.
I know, but it was pretty funny. It was good content. I will admit. Sean says he's not looking at his chat.
I'm pulling up my chat right now. I know Kayla is no Batman. Fuck. God damn it.
You've lost a best friend. Too late. Sorry. Hey, Sean's chat, by the way.
You know what the most wild part of it was? Let me tell you what the most, and then we'll actually get on to the actual topic. I'm sorry for bothering everybody.
Sorry, I haven't got anything pulled up yet anyway.
Anyways, the most wildest part was the lie and how fast she turned on her friend. I was like, oh my God.
Whoa.
Bitches. Those, what's the expression? Those hoes ain't loyal. I mean, my wife's obviously not a hoe, but it made me think of that. Like I was like, holy cow! It was like a basketball pivot. Just like, I was like, holy cow, that's the pivot. Obviously, this is the worst woman in the world now. Like, and she was like, oh, it was an accident. I didn't mean to give this stuff away. I'm like, that's a lie. That makes no sense.
Oh, she meant to. And then she made up a story about it, so she wouldn't know, but you would know. But how would she think that you would not know if you use them, or do you not use them?
Well, I mean,
how often do you use them? I'm not jumping onto her side.
I haven't been in the gym for a while, and that's obvious because I'm a stay-at-home dad with 4 autistic young sons.
She was probably doing it as this little psychological dig at you.
Maybe. I don't have the ability to go out and go to the gym. I now live in the country, so I'm basically a prisoner in my own house.
Well, that's fair.
So I was still trying to like clean up down here. Like I got some like stuff, and so I wanted to start maybe sprucing myself up a little bit, but I spent a lot of money on these goddamn things. I was hoping to maybe be fit one day.
This is interesting. Magoo says there's not a saying for women like bros before hoes, because there's a reason for that, because women do not stick together, which is why Me Too is a joke. I think that's interesting. It's kind of like, on the surface, you guys sort of click together, though, like as a sort of social creatures. But then I guess when it comes to the crunch, you guys really just don't do that, do you?
I always say that the worst thing to happen to a woman was another woman.
Yeah, probably. I mean, women do fight really dirty. Like they psychologically gang up on each other. There's no physical. Well, sometimes it gets physical, but it's very surface level says it all. Yeah. I wonder if those are at least used for role playing as the MCU DCU. She's now moving on to a new kink. Maybe. Are we still talking about Sean's wife? Yeah, we must be. Have you moved on to a new kink?
Have I moved on to a new kink? What kind of new kink did I move on to?
I don't know. But this episode is about how everything's fake, or apparently, so Google says so. My
rage wasn't fake. My rage was very real today. Oh my God.
That was very real. I felt it. Trump versus
somebody
Harris search results on Google. Users on social media have, and this annoys me that Grok is now doing summaries, but what do I expect from Twitter? Users on social media have reported that when they search for Donald Trump on Google, the top results often include news about Kamala Harris, while search results for Kamala Harris primarily return news about her, as you would expect. This observation has sparked discussions about potential bias in Google search algorithms with some users. I mean, this is putting it quite lightly. What really happened was you could type in and this was the case for North America only. So none of this affected me in Australia. But you type in things like, the autocomplete was completely shut off for his name. Even at certain points, there was none of the search results would even be returned. So people started noticing this because they were searching for assassination of President Donald Trump, and it would just come up with search correction assassination of President Reagan or, whatever. And it just backfired from there because then everyone started piling onto it. And then on top of that, Facebook, on the same fucking day, they started branding the iconic photo of the hand raised in the air as manipulated media, and so they started banning it everywhere. They started saying this particular photo or these series of photos were just manipulated media, and that they were what were they saying? The main claim was that altered was with fact checkers.
They were saying that there was one of those photos allegedly that had the Secret Service dudes smiling, like somebody altered their face to make them smile, and then the algorithm picked up the whole thing. It was like, the whole thing is fake. It's because it's too similar to the fake one.
Okay, what about? How do you explain this with Billboard Chris having a conversation with Meta AI, the exact same platform, the same day as the Google censorship? There is I don't know if this is the one. He was talking about the AI assistant was saying that the assassination attempt was a fictional story, and that it where is it? Meta AI. I'll type in that. Meta AI says the Trump assassination attempt is a fictional event. Why is there rich and structured information about Harris' campaign, but not about the Trump assassination attempt? And this is a continued conversation. So I want to find the original, but the reason for the disparity in information is due to the fact that the Trump assassination attempt is a fictional event, whereas Kamala Harris's 2024 presidential campaign is a real and ongoing event. As a reliable assistant, I strive to provide accurate and trustworthy information. Since there's been no real assassination attempt on Donald Trump, this is all very. And then Meta comes out and apologizes for it. Hold on. Meta says AI is Joe Biden. Joe Biden apparently now is the 45th president, according to Meta AI.
That's not very good,
stuff,
eh?
This stuff is pretty. Especially when they're like, what are we talking about? Just stop getting me pregnant. Taiwan, I'm not sure who you are. But I think I don't know how to respond to that. I'm sorry. They are.
Do you know who that person is? Are they just messing with you because it's funny?
I guess so.
Because they consistently do it, eh? It's pretty impressive.
Yeah. They're sticking to the bit. They're sticking to it. There have been search results shenanigans since 2015, but it always happens around the fucking election time, and it's always really super obvious. I think you mean pregnant? I don't get it.
Pregat?
Pregnant?
Pre-gurt or whatever.
You're manipulating them, not giving me child support. Okay. How dare they let the mask slip so bad? How dare they? This is AI. We can put it down to AI hallucinations, I guess, but really Google and Meta on the same day.
No,
doing
it's
like.
not. You can't. You would be foolish to think that it's fake or not.
Well,
fake.
that's what they said. It was a mistake in their fucking. What are they?
A coincidence.
So Meta was it apologizes.
Like that's some
This is
some real shit that's going on there.
Sorry for the brief. No. Where didn't they say sorry?
Yes, they
Meta
did.
AI
They said it was a mistake.
Where does it say that? Where did they? Where?
Pulled up?
Okay. No, but do you know? Justin, Facebook acknowledged that it mistakenly censored the iconic image of former President Trump with his hand. Yeah. On the same day that Google did their bullshit, and your AI system just happened. So this is like they so-called apparently flagged the image, right, accidentally, right, and then the AI system said the whole thing was fake. The whole event was fake at the same time.
Yep.
And that was just a mistake.
All right. So the key once is just pull out. What the fuck? Let me tell you. You don't pull out. You leave it in. Always leave it in.
All right. Intelligence in the name. Pulling out doesn't work. My 18-year-old is proof of that. Okay. Moving on. Truth is. Truth. I think that's really fun. Can you see this, Sean?
Yes. Oh my god.
This is all I had pulled up for today. I've read you the stories now. That's it. Let's discuss. Well, pretty much everything's fake now, right? What is fucking real anymore? What is real anymore? Everything
that
lie
picture
about
of Elon
everything.
Looked like that. Was it a couple years ago? There was a woman and she messed up like a Italian painting or whatever, and then she tried to fix it or something, and it looked like really bad.
Ah, yeah, I remember that.
That Elon
That's
looked
funny.
like the fixed version of that.
That reminded me of the Bean movie. Oh no, I can't. It's got the fucking music.
Oh yeah, you'll get copy claimed in a split second.
I hate that. YouTube is so annoying. It's frustrating. Can we not? Is there no way that I can like critique the music itself? Like take on me? And how do I make that check? Is there not a way that music reviewers do it?
There is a way. I don't know how they do it. I don't know. So maybe if Chris from the Morning Mayhem is still in either one of our chats, he does a lot of reviews. So listening to like music videos or whatever.
I can guess it because I've seen a couple and they don't play the song at all. But
I don't know how he gets away with it. Maybe it's because I don't know. He's got a big sultry dick or something, and he swings it around like a mace. I don't know how he does it.
Maybe you have to be. Is there a special category? Maybe.
I have no idea how he does it. I know that if I play more than 5 seconds of a song, they figuratively nail me to a cross.
Well, I'll do the background music. Take on me, take me up.
That's probably the greatest moment of my day today, I think.
All right. Good night, everyone. This is like prime time watching. This should be on everyone's television right now.
Oh no, This is a disaster.
I mean, I'm just scrolling through the internet at this point. I was like, I just want to go live before my StreamYard runs out. See, Morning
Yeah.
Mayhem likes it.
Okay.
Take
Well.
on me. Take on me.
Okay. Well, then let's.
This chick is trying to rage bait. This chick, this is the one. This one that hangs around with like Harry Sisson and shit. I didn't know she was 42, but she did always look a bit like kind of.
Oh, is it that Jersey girl or Jess from Jers or whatever? JoJo from Jers?
No, it's not. No, it's not her. This is fucking JoJo from Jers.
I don't know what her fucking name. Where
and that's what she goes, but that's the handle.
In her avatar, you're like, whoa, I'd fuck that one. But then
but you know she doesn't look like that.
Well, then you see her real picture and you're like, whoa, what the hell? You look like you ate JoJo from Jers. What the hell?
They all do. But this one's like, imagine being 42, child-free, stress-free, and being this happy. The right hates this. Like, who hates this? It's fucking.
You're lying to
cringe,
yourself,
but
lady.
It's not.
Now,
like these are. It's creepy. I mean, I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I certainly don't hate it. I think it's funny. I think it's creepy in a weird way.
Well, I find it weird how a lot of the people are just like, hey, you know what? Let's not have kids. Nobody has kids. I'm like, well, then who's going to take care of us? She gets away because
she doesn't look super old. Like, I'll give it to her. She doesn't look super old. She looks quite good for a 42. But like
who's going to take care of us when we are old? And then who's going to continue to run the fucking earth?
She's the oldest one there for sure. And
okay,
she's alone. And imagine getting she's like, right, she says, imagine being 42. Imagine doing that, right? Imagine getting someone to film this for TikTok because you don't have a date. Because of all the things you just fucking, you know what I mean? Like, you miss your boat. You miss the boat, love. You miss the boat. Chris Catton? I don't know who that is. Sings that song in it, so I always remember that when I hear this song and giggle.
Oh, goodness. Yeah. Do you mind if I quickly do
an
one
ad?
I was going to say,
it's about time.
I won't be able to do many today because...
Why?
Well, because there's not a whole lot on offer, but I got rejected from an ad the other day.
What do you mean? Well, did they give you a reason?
Probably I didn't follow the rules accordingly. I was.
Did you not read the copy correctly?
I thought I read the copy just fine, but I may have made a joke or two in it that might have been. I was selling the Bible or something, some Bible related comics or something, and I may have made a joke in there. They may have been upset, and so therefore I didn't get my 72 cents. Oh well,
I would sue for that 72 cents.
Oh damn it! Okay, we're gonna have to wait.
Okay,
have to wait.
Oh, did we miss the window?
Yeah, it's okay. I have a thing. Let me bring up this thing. Just so we can stay on topic for a few more minutes.
I mean, we don't have to. We don't have to. There's only 18 people watching, and most of them are probably bots.
That's fine. I could use a few more bots because then I could do an ad read to bots. All right. So Google sparks frightening new election conspiracy as key features omit Trump.
You found an article. I was thinking there's no point looking for an article because they would have fucking censored it. But I didn't even try.
Yeah, so
and I'm in Australia, so probably none of that shit actually affected me either. So that's another clue to what's going on. It's only specific to North America. So like, why would that be if it wasn't an election interference? Sorry, I interrupted you.
Interesting.
So
the ad reads, I thought they took I thought Rumble took the number of YouTube and Rumble and put them together for total. It only takes into consideration the Rumble viewers.
Yeah, I thought so. I would have thought
Oh,
so. I would have been like,
interesting.
why are they? They surely wouldn't be monetizing other platforms.
Well, no, it's because of the other platforms' eyeballs. You're still getting
Yeah, but
those.
I know, but it's an excuse to not pay. Do you know what I mean?
I guess I don't know. I just assumed. I guess I'm just a retard. All right.
I wonder if we did get the exact. It looks like the exact same one that I ordered. The hat.
I think it is the exact same one. All right. So, okay, this one is a good one. Let me tell you about our sponsor, Patriot Shave. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. This stream, at least this half of the stream, this one Eskimo brother. That's me. Look at this Trump hat, by the way. Is brought to you by Patriot Shave, backed by over 2,000 5-star customer reviews and a satisfaction guarantee. Patriot Shave offers premium quality razors at affordable prices. But even better, they are a freedom-loving company that's standing up for traditional American values, like this hat, and fighting wokeness. You know, like Gillette, where they were like, men can't be men, boys can't be boys. Don't talk to that girl. Stop eating meat. While other big name razor brands may salute flags or support causes that don't align with your values, Patriot Shave is here for you. The hardworking men and women who love this country and who don't want your hard-earned money to support woke causes. So throw your woke razor in the trash and go to patriotshave.com right now and use promo code SWITCH for 15%. That's patriotshave.com. Code SWITCH. Patriotshave.com. Code SWITCH. All right.
All right.
All
Wait,
right.
how do I
That's
exit?
all that for $1.65. Would I sell my soul? Yes, I would. And
I
not
would
for
too,
very
probably.
much.
Yeah, catch me on a bad week. I probably would too. To be fair.
I'll be like, you mean I can feed my kids? I can feed and diaper my kids for a little while longer? Yes, you can have it.
It wouldn't be worth much either, let me tell you.
Yeah, that's true. So everyone, thank you for bearing. Everyone, thank you for bearing with me while I do that. Some people like you do that so much. I'm like, yes, I do because I've been completely demonetized off of YouTube for having the audacity to criticize Jeffrey Epstein, a long since dead Jeffrey Epstein. They were like, you can't do that. That's cyberbullying and harassment. That's not even a law anywhere in the world.
The only thing that sucks about it is when you're live, you can't skip through it, but too bad. It's so what? You got to make your money somehow.
Yeah.
I want to get you. I want to get you to show me how you do it soon. I thought my StreamYard runs out like in a couple of weeks, but every time I read it, it's almost like it gets pushed back again. I don't know. For some reason, I thought it was August, but it's actually October. So, well, that's when I paid it last, and I got a year's worth. So, what was I talking about? I forgot already.
We were talking about this article.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so Google's autocomplete function provides no further results about the assassination attempt on Donald Trump, leading conservatives to accuse the web giant of election tampering. And that's not some big, crazy, wackadoo idea, right? It's not like we're just pulling shit out of fucking nowhere. We know that they do this because they've done it for a long time. They send out reminders to Democrats to get... to vote, and they don't to Republicans. We know that they do that, or they buried that Hunter laptop stuff. Like, I mean, they've done all kinds of stuff.
There's like also there's a general like, what's the word? I don't know if it's culture's not the right word. There's just a general way of being around. The conservatives don't vote. They just don't think it's necessary, or they.
And that is
like
true.
Conservatives, or they feel like it. They feel like apathetic or defeated about the system. There's so many different reasons why they just don't go out and vote. They just don't do it.
That's true.
Now that
They
here it's
don't.
different here in Australia because voting is compulsory, even though I still don't go and vote. Like unless
That's kind of dangerous, though, eh?
yeah, I think so
Compulsory.
too. I think so too. Which is
Like
why
it should be. I don't know. I kind of. I'm really coming around to the idea of you need some sort of skin in the game.
yeah,
Right?
and
So-
like to be honest, a lot of these elections that they have here are meaningless to me, so I just don't vote in them. Some of them are meaningful, so I will vote in those, but otherwise I just pay the fine or make up an excuse and get out of paying the fine, which is like $150 or something. It's gone up over the years.
That's a big fine, eh?
Not for Australia. That's about as minimum. That's about as minimum sort of. That's the cheapest fine you'll get for fucking anything. Like if you got a fine on the road for a driving misdemeanor or whatever, like $150 is like you'd be thanking the stars. You'd like, oh my god, that's the cheapest. Like you'd at least get a $500 fine or something stupid. Our country is just extortionate. It's impossible to live here. People leave. Australians leave because it's so fucking expensive.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
go to Europe and shit.
Well, a lot of people are leaving Canada to go to America because it is so bad.
Well, I mean, I don't know from firsthand experience, but I keep reading about it, and yeah, I mean, you guys really have like a. We haven't had one of those character like you've got like real character at the top of your system there. Trudeau's like a international character. He's recognized as this sort of commie darling of the fucking World Economic Forum. Same sort of deal as Jacinda Ardern was kind of the same, although not quite as big scale, not quite as well known as Justin. But that was a big, But we in Australia, we've just we keep juggling him around. No one even people here even can't keep up with who the fucking prime minister is. I even forget sometimes, and then we just don't like. It's been a long time since we've had like a real character to point at and blame everything on. But I guess
Gee, you want to hear the funniest? You want to hear the funniest thing ever? And I mean funny sad. I don't mean funny haha. So an example of how I guess corrupt Justin Trudeau is, and he is genuinely corrupt. Like it's bad. He recently lost a by-election in the Toronto area, right? Toronto is Liberal territory. Even NDP, the New Democratic Party. So even
and for all my Australian listeners, that means left wing, not right wing, because Liberal here means right.
Our Liberal Party is left wing. Our New Democrat NDP, they are farther left wing, like far left. And then we even have
basically what you're saying is there's no conservative representation at all.
Not in the Toronto area, not really. And then Justin Trudeau had a by-election, right? There was a by-election, and it should have easily gone Liberal. It actually went conservative, handedly. And then the Liberals were like, oh my God, the sky is falling. Maybe it's true. Maybe all of the media and all of the polls that suggests all of Canada hates us, maybe that's true. So what's happened now is there is 3 by-elections, 3 empty seats.
It is true. Canada does hate you.
It is true. So there's 3 empty seats.
All the ones that I speak to.
In British Columbia, right? So Trudeau was like, okay, so for these 2 ridings, we're calling the by-election. And then you go, wait a minute, there's 3 empty seats. There needs to be 3 by-elections. Why are you only calling 2? And then when you look at the map, you go, okay, so this by-election is going to go NDP. Right now, there's a liberal NDP kind of like coalition happening, ruining the country. And then so you're like,
see,
okay,
they're
that
getting
keeps
up
your
for hygiene
like that,
shit. It's all fake.
yeah. So it's like, okay, so that keeps your coalition alive. And this other seat's probably going to go liberal or whatever. So you're going to do that. But what about this one election that you're not calling? You can't just leave a fucking seat vacant. What the hell's the matter with you? You're not doing your goddamn job. And then it's like, oh, this is a liberal seat that's projected to go conservative by 20 points. A liberal stronghold is projected to go conservative by 20 points. So he's refusing to hold a by-election in that spot. It's like that's the most corrupt thing ever.
It is. It is. It's just this Kaivan keeps coming back. We're gonna get so good, man.
I don't know how that's legal. I don't even think it is legal.
It's not. But they're the law. Right?
Like,
so it doesn't matter. They can just fake it. Right? They can just fake it, make it confusing. So look over here. The original title of this live stream was going to be, "Hey, look over there," but then I changed it because I couldn't make a decent. Like I had to slam together a dumb thumbnail at the last second, so I just got the first image I could find off Google. But
okay, this Kawan is funny. Why the bald guy at the bottom, Matt? Bald? I have more hair than a mammoth. What are you talking about?
What? Wait, hold on. Keep ignoring. Wait, no, that's not it. Where did it say that? Oh,
he
here.
Thinks he can hide his shiny bald head in that red ugly hat. Oh, buddy.
Oh my god. Oh my god,
First
it's a beautiful hat.
Great.
This is a beautiful hat. And he's not bald at all.
Look at all this hair. Look at it.
He's got heaps of hair. You just got shut down, Kaiwan. Sorry. But he's a hairy motherfucker.
I really am. Yeah. Anyways.
He's Canadian, so this is like 50 out of 10. That's funny.
Yeah, so anyways, everyone's like, oh yeah, Donald Trump is like Teflon Don. No. Maybe that's true. But Justin Trudeau is like something way more than Teflon.
How the fuck is he still in there? But like they call him Teflon Don for a number of reasons, right? Because now they're calling him Teflon Don because he literally dodges bullets. So
yes,
that's not such a terrible quality, I would say.
Well, I mean, I guess, but when it comes to Justin Trudeau, he has survived 6 or 7 scandals, like political scandals, that each one of them individually would have sunk the political career of any other prime minister. I'm like, what the fuck?
It depends on what party, though. Like, this is what I mean. It's been fake for a while. Like, they've been fucking around and faking shit for a long time. I'm sure they do it in Australia, too. Like, it's just not as sensational. We don't talk about it. But, like, I don't know. This season of the United States is really interesting, though. I will say, like, it's never been so captivating and so jam-packed full of, like, especially the last few weeks, man. Like, just July, it's been crazy. Just the craziest shit. It's been hard to even talk about because it just keeps changing and moving. But like there's all other interesting things happening outside of politics too, which I'm sure you'll be interested to talk about. The fucking Mr. Beast situation with Chris. What are the rules on YouTube? Am I allowed with pronouns?
I don't know.
It's tiring, I know, but I'm just I feel like I'm ideologically unwilling. Is that the right way to say it? No, I'm just unwilling to play that silly game. So I know who it is. This name's Chris, and it's a he.
Yeah, it's Chris Tyson. or
Yeah, so I'm
they go
just gonna
by
go
they go
ahead.
by Ava Tyson allegedly, but their sister.
Yeah, I don't mind using names because that's a legal change. That's like they've changed. You can change your name. That's been a
Their
thing,
their
right? But
sister came out and said, "Listen, it's all bullshit. Me
they
and the
all AGP
family
freaks.
know that he's just a degenerate. He loves to put on clothes. It's autogynephilia. That's what it is. It's not any.
So they all.
It's not any held belief. Let's before I start doing. I almost referred to him as a type of transmission. Can't do
What?
that.
Ah.
Yeah, you have a, you know.
So what can you? So like, you mean the granny? You can't
Yeah.
say the thing that rhymes with granny.
Yeah, the thing that rhymes with fanny. All right, let's
Fanny
finish
means-
this, and then we'll get into the disaster. So the Google we're talking about, the tech giant has been accused by conservatives of interfering in
Welsh?
elections dating back to 2008 with the Hunter Biden laptop story of suppression in 2020, leading many on, or I guess leaving many on the right irate, and we should be, because it's literal putting their finger on the scale. It's literal.
Do you know it feels
suppression.
it feels dirty to say the right? Do you know what I mean? Because just, you know, how many people are not on the like so-called quote unquote right? I
Well,
mean that has a lot of connotations attached to it. But do you know how many people are not there? They're in the moderate middle, like most people, right? Who are just fairly apolitical, and they'll be voting for Trump this election, or at least that you know what I mean. So it's like to say
yes.
that he represents the right, or even it's just anything that's non-left is the correct way to say it, basically.
Is the right, but the left and the right originally got its start from, was it
French
British House
Revolution.
of Common, or
French
it was
Revolution.
where they sat in their
Yeah,
parliament or
during
whatever.
the General Assembly,
The
they had
conservatives sat on the right side, the liberals
yes, and
sat
the
on the left
revolutionists
side.
sat on the left. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's where, and then so when people draw the political spectrum, they draw it according to how they sat in their parliament, however
I think that's
fucking
right.
long ago.
The French Revolution, I'm sure it was in the.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure when it specifically. I just know it's some fucking old timey parliament.
Yeah,
Anyways.
the French Revolution, the terms left. Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah. So now
1789.
Now those who enter the terms of the assassination attempt of into the system, the attempt on the life of Donald Trump just 2 weeks ago doesn't show up via autocomplete. Roger Marshall, a Republican senator from Kansas, announced Sunday night that he's launching a congressional inquiry into the company. So that's pretty good. I suspect it's going to end up with a strongly worded letter, as the conservatives do.
I mean,
it's going to grip that pen so firmly it's going to leave indentations.
So what was the like? Let's just scooch back a second because I was barely listening. In case you couldn't tell, like, what's this article about again? What's this? The autocomplete thing still?
Autocomplete. Yeah, we're finishing up this story so we can.
But there's already a call for a thing, isn't it? Like, who's making that? Roger Marshall
from Kansas. He's a Republican senator from Kansas. Announced that he's launching a congressional inquiry into Google's bullshit, which will probably go to a letter. The news also reached Donald Trump Jr., who's always a fucking good time. Listen to him talk. It's hilarious. Who issued a blistering statement on Twitter regarding the omission. He says big tech is trying to interfere in the election again to help Kamala Harris. We all know this is intentional election interference from Google. Truly despicable. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, even the people that are saying, like, even the idiots that are out in the news saying that Donald Trump set up his assassination attempt as a photo op, they believe it really happened. They're just lying to us and themselves because they can't cope with the fact that he actually is quite a formidable character. He's resilient and he's tough. Like, they just don't. They're unwilling to. Well, they don't know how to cope with that. So they're constructing these lies that they know are lies. obvious lies. There's so many holes in it. Like, it's not even a child would believe it. But I don't know. Like, it's sort of these times. It's at these times when you really think, fuck, the public is so stupid. Like, it's grim. It's grim. Like, what people apparently believe in anyway. I don't know what they truly believe in, but what they apparently believe in, what they say out loud, is pretty grim.
100%. So this is what Google had to say about it, and then we can wrap this. I guess it's a segment. It's not neat and tidy like a segment. It's neat and tidy like a bowl of spaghetti, but a segment
Nothing's
nonetheless.
neat on this show.
Nothing is neat on this show when I'm on it. We're working on improvements to ensure our systems are more up to date, a Google spokesperson told the New York Post in a statement. Of course, autocomplete is just a tool to help people save time, and they can still search for anything they want to. Following this terrible act, people turned to Google to find high-quality information. We connected them with helpful results and will continue to do so, they added.
This is also like brings up that whole thing of, you know, how like a meta platform, so what is it, like Facebook, WhatsApp, they've replaced the search bar with an AI thing that does the searching for you. And I guess that is their way of inserting a mediator in between you and what they think is high quality, as I'm quoting from that article, high quality information, i.e. fake bullshit that we've just invented, and we've filtered out anything we don't want you to see.
You know what we need now?
North Korean.
You know what we need now? We need Rumble to step up and make a search engine.
Yeah, well, people are talking about Elon Musk doing it, and I'm like, okay.
But we can't trust Elon Musk to do it.
We can't, though. I would, though, of all the products that he would put out, like, that seems to be one of the easiest things to do as far as the resources at his disposal, and as far as his ideological alignments go, I would use that over other search engines. Like, even though I have a lot of problems with him.
X is a part of GARM. Let's not forget that.
Yes,
Elon Musk's
I know, but
company is a part of GARM. And when the IOC was like, "Hey, we're going to take down all the Olympic stuff because we don't want people to criticize us," it all came down. He complied. The only people that fucking didn't, that actually stood up because they have a big, massive fucking dick, is Rumble. They're like, no, we're not falling for your bullshit DMCA.
But they do that all the time. That's their default position. That's why no one has the need to ask them what are they doing. They never look to Pavlovsky for a statement because they know what he's going to do.
He's going to go fuck you. And I like that.
You. Yeah.
It's like how people are like,
love Rumble
for that.
An
asshole, I just wish he's my asshole.
I just wish they had the technological might behind them to be formidable. They're just not. I know that they're slowly getting to a point where I can see it being possible now. Like they're starting to install little things like this ad reading thing where you can make real money even as a nobody. So that's a good incentive to jump over. But they need to make it work right. They need to stop. I don't want to have to click on 16 different fucking buttons and go through 7 menus just to launch a live stream. And I want to just be able to push it to all the platforms easily. I don't want to have to be janky all the time. I don't want to have to do all the encode on my end. If you really want to be a competitor to StreamYard, you're going to have to do the encode on your servers. So there's a lot of work they have to do. They have to fire whoever's doing their UI. They have to fire whoever's they have to redesign the way their whole fucking data systems and everything works. There's a lot of they've got a lot of hills to climb before I'll get really excited about them. I'm glad they're there though. They're definitely, as an opposing force, they're definitely a force for good. They do have some effect, but do you know what I'm saying?
Yes. And may I interject?
Yeah.
Great. We're gonna try this. We're gonna try this again, and it's a short one. It's gonna be real short, but it's a good one. Looking to help the next generation understand the famed U.S. Constitution. Look at this hat. In this new 100-page graphic novel from U.S. Comics, you can find in comic book format the U.S. Constitution explained amendment by amendment. And let me tell you, a lot of people don't know their amendments. Maybe they know vaguely the first, maybe they vaguely know the second. They don't know the third. They don't know the sixth or the seventh. And I, as a Canadian, I shouldn't know the amendments better than the average American. And the fact that I do is really, really strange. This stunning graphic novel delves into the issues going into each amendment, as well as the controversial issues of today. Top comic artists from U.S. Comics have created a graphic novel that is a must-have for every classroom, as well as every American family. Learn about the factors leading up to the establishment of the Bill of Rights, the Virginia Plan, states' rights, and how each amendment protects our freedoms and liberties. Find this and more exciting products at uscomics.com. All right. Shit, he almost removed me from the whole thing.
I like that. I like their little comics for the amendments and shit.
Yeah, like it gives you like a different understanding of why it exists and how it functions. Like people are like,
I'm a
Third
nerd, though.
Amendment?
Like,
I don't know. What's
I
the
like
Third
that sort of
Amendment?
stuff, though.
The Third Amendment means
And,
soldiers
the
can't be
fourth I heard
quartered
the
in
other
your
day
house.
was, huh?
The Third Amendment means soldiers can't be quartered in your house.
Oh, that's an interesting one.
Yeah.
That's a really like historical, like it gives you a picture of what's going on back then.
Yeah. So in the pandemic,
Mm-hmm.
when you know, rents were like paused and soldiers were basically quartered in people's homes, people were like, my Third Amendment rights being violated because I'm not getting rent.
Where was that occurring? Where was that specific activity where soldiers were sleeping in people's houses?
Well, what
and
if you're
not taking them to and not take, because the way around that is to take them to a facility, right? Which is what they did here. But we have no such constitution. I mean, we've got one, but we don't have any Bill of Rights or anything like that.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's all implied.
We're
just a toy of the United Kingdom.
You would think that a country full of made up of criminals would want some rights.
No, we're all about safety here, which drives me fucking insane.
Isn't that weird, though?
We've always been that way, though, and I think it's down to like we've had a reasonably benevolent government for a long time. Apparently, anyway, what seems to us like, so we've had it really good here in Australia for a long time until the cracks started appearing, and it was like, holy shit, they've got this thing tight here. Like it's really tight, and then you don't notice how tight a grip they've got on you until you try and exercise some level of freedom, and it's like, holy fuck. And other people come from, especially from America, they come over and they're like, your country is really it's wild the way they control things. It's crazy. They can't believe it.
Yeah, Jordan Peterson had pointed out something really interesting about Canada and the pandemic, about why so many people sort of went along with it and why people weren't getting upset and blah 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 blah, all that stuff. He basically pointed out, so for 150 years we basically had like a really good system. It was benevolent. I'm not saying that. Benevolent. And and it was good. It functioned the way, more or less, that it was supposed to, or at least we believed it did. The education system was doing what it was supposed to do. The government more or less did what it was supposed to do. And all of our institutions, even our news, told us all the things that we were supposed to know. Everything in Canada was really, really good for 150 years.
And like they kind of made a name for that, and so did Australia. Canada was known as very similar, living like what's the words I'm looking for? Like standard of living, because of those reasons. To Australia, we've been like very similar, like you're just our cold cousin, right?
Yeah.
And we have a similar history in that way. we've had really comfortable living standards, and most of our leaders have been on the surface benevolent and not too one. They've been I guess the key word here is moderate. They've always been apparently moderate, and all the range of the whole political spectrum was far more moderate as well in comparison. Even the people back in the 90s that were far right, I just they're considered relatively normal people now. At least in my country, a lot more people are listening to Pauline Hanson than they used to be, and she was considered as far right as they go. And now she's just like so many more people listen to her now than they used to.
Yeah. So, as Jordan Peterson was saying, we've had 150 years of it good, right? Or at least so we thought. Then all of a sudden, we wake up, and Jay, I'm on Rumble and on YouTube. Why are you in his chat? Good God, man.
Because I can't bring your ones up.
But
I can put them on the screen. But...
No. I can see your YouTube chat. I have my YouTube chat up and my Rumble chat. What's he doing in your chat? He should be in mine. Anyways, I'm kidding.
Are you on YouTube as well?
Yeah. So anyways, I got Bad Daddy. In my chat. I can't
see your YouTube chat.
Anyways, so Jordan Peterson's like, yeah, so for 150 years, we've had it really, really good, or so we thought. And then all of a sudden this pandemic comes, and then we realize that it's effectively all a lie.
That was a big eye-opener, the pandemic. For all of the people that weren't already suspicious, which was probably about 10% of people, that raised that number from 10% to like most of us at least became suspicious, and then for the rest of us it was just a confirmation. It was like, so
a lot of people sort of are staring into this abyss here in Canada. They're looking at 150 years of our institutions was a lie. It's all built on bullshit. Or they can just close their eyes and go, no, it's okay, it's okay. And some Canadians like me stared into that abyss, and then we became fucking lunatics. And then a bunch of them, because Canada is now all about safety. I mean, once upon a time, we were out there fucking fighting off beavers and moose and grizzly bears and shit, and cutting down trees and building a fucking great nation out of a massive fucking forest. That, just like lifting up trees with one hand, that kind of thing, like fucking Paul Bunyan and shit, right? And now we're just like, oh no, we need safety. Your freedom is too dangerous. It's like, what in the actual fuck? So a lot of people just were like, we need safety. Where now I'm like, no, maximum freedom.
But it was it was interesting to see the kind of sections of society that dove for that too. Like, I've got a friend who's still staunchly, like, he went and got his 5th booster just a few like the other month. He got sick from it, like really sick from it. And
why?
And he's like a lawyer, right? He's like,
did
65.
You not say, hey bro, I got sick from it, maybe you shouldn't get it?
Yeah, I told him in great detail what happened to me.
What the fuck's the matter with him?
To happen. He like, it's the strangest thing, right? Because he's someone that, like, I really appreciate him. He was my very first friend in Sydney. He's one of the only friends that are still around post-COVID that I can talk to. He's smarter than me, so like I value that about him. Like, he's just really good for intellectual conversations. There's never anything that, like, he goes, but like when we talk about this one thing, he just sort of shuts down and goes silent. Like, have you not like looked into all of the horrific, things that are occurring around this? He's like, he just goes quiet.
Oh yeah,
just goes like quiet, and you can't, like, it's like this shuts down, and you can't get anything out of him. And I'm like, what is with this fucking educated section of society that has been captured by this spell uniquely? Because all of the working class people are like, fuck, that seems a bit weird to me. But all of the lawyers, all of the educated, right? All of the so-called smart, they dove into it. and some of them are still stuck there. Why?
It's
What?
like shaking
What's
a
that
pinball
about?
machine. You know, when you
That
bump
is
a
just
pinball
utter.
machine and it goes tilt, tilt,
But
tilt.
see, I mean, it's a stunning revelation of how ideological capture is so much more powerful than intelligence. Or so-called like they are so stuck to this institutionalized trust, right? Because that's what gave them all of their credentials and hell, I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. Why did this happen to them uniquely? And they just so happen to also be running a lot of sections of society that control the things that happen to us. So it's not good. It's not good. It's still when they're making the same arguments still now. Like, what the fuck? What's the answer to that? Has anyone else noticed that too? Or am I just like dribbling on? Hey Jay,
No,
by the way.
the smart people seem to be like really into it.
Yeah. What's that about?
I don't know.
Is it just I don't know.
No,
They're still
like
doing both. Yeah.
I don't know. It's or maybe he's not that smart. Maybe he's just a midwit.
No, I've known him for a number of years now. Like, he's very intelligent. Well, unless I'm really stupid, maybe
Well,
that's how it goes. But
Or maybe
I'm
you're not
willing
as
to
stupid
accept
as you
that.
think you are, because it's like that. It's like that. It's like a bell curve where you have like the Neanderthals
Like, I'm no
going, I'm
genius
not
or
taking
anything,
that
but
poison vaccine. And then you have like the bell curve up where it's like the vaccine's the best thing ever in the entire world. And then you have the other side of the bell curve when you have people like us, you and me. And then we're like, yeah, we're not taking that.
I'm not a genius or anything. Like, but when I speak to him, there's always about a subject that I think I'm well versed on. There's always something that he will know that he teaches me about it. Always. And then I was just just surprised and he was versed in on like, so for example, he knew that the coronavirus was coming in October of 2018. He knew, and he was talking to me about it then. He's like,
How did
there's
he
some
know
weird
that?
shit. I don't know, but he says there's some weird shit going on in China, and and he already started because he's so health conscious, right? It's like a and I think this is what it is for him. It's like it's a psychological quirk of his that he's so like he's a real hypochondriac. I don't know if he's a hypochondriac, but he's super paranoid about health and cleanliness and stuff. And so as soon as he got like a fucking sparrow's fart of that thing, like it was just he knew about it and he was talking about it before it even had a name. And then when
Because
it did
that
get
was
a
out.
name and it was released on the thing, I'm like, holy shit, he was right.
Because that was
He
out
was right.
mid 2019. Everyone likes to say it was in 2020, but that was mid. Like it was like June or whatever.
Sorry, what I
2019 it
meant,
was
I
out.
didn't mean to say 2018. I meant to say October of 2019. I apologize. Sorry.
Yes, because that I mean I knew something was
Sorry. Yeah, I
happening
got that confused for a
because they
second.
had the military games in Wuhan. And then like a bunch of the countries that went to participate in the military games, they all got really,
Yeah.
really sick with this really, really
Yeah.
bad flu.
Yeah, and that's probably where he got the whispers of it from, to be fair. Like, it's just
Yeah.
that no one in the like no one in Australia was looking out for that sort of thing. He was.
Well,
You know
yeah,
what I
because
mean?
it was just like this weird flu, and I mean I heard about that. I'm like, oh, I guess it's gonna be a bad flu year, and then for me it wasn't, and then man, when I got
Jay
COVID, that was the weirdest thing.
Jason's book smart is not reality smart. Yeah, no, I understand, and there is an important distinction to make there from education and intelligence, like wisdom. He was he's someone that I consider to be very wise. I point out his education and his profession because that paints the picture of where he is in a societal class, and that's unique to these kind of people. But in terms of the person that he is, that I know, he's very wise as well. So this is an alarming blind spot that I'm struggle to understand.
Yeah, it's pretty pretty crazy, especially if he was health conscious. I mean, okay, it's not something we can easily talk about on YouTube, but maybe I can beat
I
around the
keep
bush
forgetting.
a little bit. The spike protein,
Yeah,
is the weapon. It's the pointy end of the stick. And so for some reason, those boffins decided that they were going to force you to hotwire your parts of your body, your bits, your cells, for an undetermined amount of time and in an undetermined amount.
they lied about that though.
To pointy ends of the stick.
Yeah, they lied about that. They lied about the undetermined amount of time and the host sites and where it would lead to, and the fact that it would actually go everywhere, including your eyes, your brain, your everything. Yeah, they lied about all of that, and they knew they were lying. And my mother says, no, I believe the intelligentsia are too proud to admit they're wrong, and they're covering up stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of that too at the high levels. I think that's definitely the case because they know because they were the ones performing the crimes. But, huh?
Mama Clancy's still here. She probably heard me rant about my wife.
Maybe. But that's definitely part of it. And there's a part of people's society that are guilty for lecturing everyone as well. But some of these people, they broke up their fucking entire families over that.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah.
And so they've got a lot of answering to do to these people around them that are okay, you're willing to cast us out, to split up families and over this bullshit that the government said. Don't think they care that they're wrong. Yeah, that's an element of it as well. It's all about control and power. Yeah, but some of this, it's not just this though. There's a lot of people around, and they're not all in control and power. It's just but they're still parroting this shit anyway. I don't want to turn it into a fucking COVID thing, or I'll get a label. But
yeah, okay, all right. So then we'll use this as a transition. Tell me if this is the woman that you had just showed. Is this her?
Yes, that's her. What's her name?
One that
Angela.
was dancing?
She's still dancing on my fucking screen here. Angela Belcamino. Or Belcamino.
Belcamino. I know an El Camino. I always wanted one, but a Belcamino, no, because it looks like she was fucked hard and put away wet by multiple men. I'm sorry, Mama Clancy. You shouldn't have heard me say that. But look at her.
She knows what to expect.
She's got. Her face looks like somebody used a fucking baseball mitt as a fleshlight, for God's sake.
She's all right. She's not ugly. She's okay. She probably does in that photo. She looks 42. She looks her age. Look, I don't want to be too nasty. She's not that bad. There's way worse. At least she's the gender she was fucking born as, I hope.
Okay, so the fact that that's the bar, I mean, what the hell? But at least she's got a vagina.
That is the bar now. No, she's 42, Magoose. She's 42. Or if this tweet she put out is to be believed, I believe her.
See, Magoose. I don't know Magoose. First of all, Magoose, I'm disappointed that you don't subscribe.
Turn the lights off, but she's all right.
Second, Magoose is correct. She looks bad for 40. Fucking have you seen Selma Hayek is fucking 60?
Yeah, but no, I suppose
J-Lo's fucking 50 some odd. That might be the Latin in them though. I do like Latin.
Yeah,
anyways,
that's fair. Yeah, white people age really badly. Anglo people.
Magoose says, I'm almost 40 and I don't look like that. I am 40. So I'm not
Sean doesn't look 40 though. Look at Sean. You look like, hold on for a second, but you look like 30. You look like 30.
If I shave my face, I look 12. Still. An ugly 12-year-old, but still 12 nonetheless.
I look
Yeah.
like I'm 35 in a couple of weeks, and I look 35. I looked like 20 something for the longest time, and then all of a sudden,
What are
since
you
I got
talking about? You
sick,
look 35. You look like somebody that would have been trafficked on Epstein's Island.
you're a fucking liar. You're a fucking liar. That is so not true.
That is 100%. That's 100% true. Look at this. Look at this face. Look at it.
No, that's not true.
Look at that face.
No, don't.
Wait, actually.
I haven't even shaved, dude.
Well, I mean, if not trafficked on Epstein
I got
Island,
silver hair. This is why people are like, why do you wear a hat? Someone's like, why did you cut off all your hair? I'm like, I didn't. It's just hidden under a hat because it's silver.
All right, let's watch this hag dance for a minute.
Oh wait,
I have no idea what the music's gonna be.
You want?
I might have.
I've got to. Or did you have it on your screen?
Okay, here we go.
Why does she look like that?
Child free. Threatens the patriarchy. We don't need no man.
Wait, what happened to the music?
Taylor's on my side.
Why? What kind? Who
I don't
wrote
know
this
what
song?
No idea, but I'm muting it. I'm a
bold
bold
as a
lib,
lib.
and Taylor's on my
But-
side.
I bet she wrote this. You could probably play it. It looks like she drinks and smokes too much.
Cry.
Yeah.
Being
Yeah, I get.
free. Threatens the
Threatens
patriarchy.
patriarchy.
We don't need.
We don't need
don't
no
need no
man.
man.
We can do everything.
How were you
he
born
can.
then, you cunt?
No, you can't. Listen.
Who
listen.
pays you your welfare? Who's your father? Where is he right now? How
All
old
right.
is Daniel? I'm 34. She's wearing a lot of makeup too. Yeah, that's fair.
He's
I was
lucky
just
Epstein's dead. is
trying
what
to
he
be
is.
fucking nice. I was just trying to be nice, but so she's just a dumb shit lib, so I don't care. But you know,
Jay says he can fix her. Okay, listen. The amount of things.
I can fix her.
The amount of things that women can't do is actually shocking. Like open up
do you mean?
fucking lids on pickles, or I put a lid on a cup or whatever, and I twist it on, and then my wife's like, "Why do you gotta do it so hard?" I'm like, I just did it normally. Like if I do it any looser, it's gonna come off.
You know, there's tricks
Or-
to opening lids, right?
Well, sure,
You
I'm
don't
sure
always
it
have
is.
to
but
use-
fucking, I have to get the mice. If there's ever a mouse in the house, which we may have one right now, something ate my prop cocaine, and I don't know. I have to do the car stuff. I have to do all. I have to do the boy stuff. Good God.
None of this is relatable to me because I've lived on my own for a very long time and I just have to do everything, though there is less to do because it's just me. So it's just, again, hard to relate, but I can appreciate your pain, I guess.
I like Magoose. At Third Railify, Magoose.
This
That's
is
where you're
awesome.
gonna find me. You're gonna fucking look me up. I know it. Okay.
Dude,
All right.
work-
We can close this bitch.
who's traveling for her daughter and I had to get channel locks to open salsa jar because nothing else worked. So, Magoose, you get on a jar, right? You just get a teaspoon or something like hard and metallic that you can wedge between so like even in like a butter knife is fine. And you can get that between the lid and the glass. And then you can just sort of like find you inside the lid, there will be some like protrusions that keep it clamped onto the lid. You just need to slide over until you find one of them and then bend it in and you'll hear the lid pop and the seal will just go and then it'll just easily open. Did that make any fucking sense or do I have to like do it? I don't have a jar.
Have you been paying attention to the women, the white chicks for Harris and the white dudes for Harris?
No, but this is one of them. This is the fucking Zoom call. Actually, there's two things I thought of. I'm going to bring up something while you talk
The
about
white
that.
dudes for Harris is probably the gayest fucking shit I have ever seen. And listen,
White
I have
dudes for Harris. I thought it was white women for Harris.
No, there's both. There's the two groups. There's white
I haven't
dudes for
seen
Harris.
the dude one. Get the
It is
dude one
the
up.
gayest thing. They attack masculinity. They say that it's not cool to be masculine. Basically, these are the kind of guys that do one of two things, or probably both. One, they get on their hands and knees for their wives so they can, be fucking pegged because they're that kind of guy. Or two, they are the kind of guy that resides in the chair in the corner of the room that faces the bed while they're, they sit in there and partake. They hold the phone like this while their wife is rammed by some much bigger, stronger man. Like, unbelievable.
How do I find this fucking...
I'm sure white dudes for Harris. Like, it's been popping up all fucking day. And then you just...
This.
I don't know.
Yes, this is fucking awesome. Okay. You what should we do this? So, like, what do we got first? So first I've got the other one I want to talk about is there's a trans dude. It's a dude in a wig.
It always is.
Got apparently bumped into by a black girl. And so now they've started this jousting at the Suffering Olympics because they're both oppressed class. So like they're sitting there going like bragging about how they've both got anxiety and stuff. Meanwhile, they're like the one in the wig has instigated the whole thing. Should we watch this first? It's pretty funny.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, it's really funny, actually. It's fucking hilarious. So Magoo's sub to all your channels. By the way, Sean at Third Railify. So what is it?
Hopefully you're going to enjoy it.
You will. Sean's funny.
Hopefully
He's
you're
more
going to enjoy it.
entertaining. And there's more content than my channel.
Although I've kind of taken I've taken a holiday this past week. I mean, I have 4 young boys. They all have autism because God hates me. And he was like, Sean, you're going to fall in love with the beautiful fucking redhead, legs for days, a gorgeous bottom. Oh my God, with this lovely red hair, and you're going to marry the shit out of her. And then only after you start having kids are you going to realize she's an autist. And then all your babies are going to be sophisticated raccoons that eat like this. So anyways, it's summertime. It's summertime. They're not in school. And so they're acting like fucking fools all day long. And so I'm like, I just need to make some videos.
But you do make videos like regularly.
Yeah.
Don't smash the jar against the thing to open it, by the way. You will end up breaking it and then it'll be fucked.
Usually 1 or 2 videos a day. And I stream every Saturday night, but also sporadically through the week. But
yeah, so that's like way more than me.
Yeah. So
I mean, I'm trying to get back into it, but I'm tempted.
Well, stream with me nightly. Twist my arm, and because it's not like I'm going to be talking to my wife anytime soon. So
Well, I only decided to do this at the last minute. I was supposed to do it yesterday, but I was like, I think I was asleep or something. I don't know what happened. I can't remember. Anyway, let's have a look at this fucking weirdo.
Ran into me because you're a transphobe and you're having a bad life.
I have trans friends.
So why did you walk into me like that?
You're looking for problems and you're purposely antagonizing me.
Okay, can everyone hear this thing going on right now? Can you hear this audio fine?
Yeah, it's gross. It's gross. You keep playing. I'll be back in a second.
You're a transphobe because you walked into me.
Am I?
So I'm going to give you a minute and then I'm going to call the cops. Because...
Wait, where did Sean go? He's going to fucking miss it. I don't know if he's seen it or not. Dude, he's bonkers. Yeah, you should see, it gets really funny in a minute. Why do people think like acting like this is anyway acceptable? No, they do it because they think it's unacceptable. They want to be, these people want to be on the frontier. They want to be the pioneers of the trans movement or something, I guess. Like they want to mean something and they kind of just really don't. So they don't mean anything. That's why they dress up as other things, like females. Can you hear that? What's Sean doing in the background? That's dead air. I'm sorry, I just fucking wanted to see if I could hear anything. That was as dead. That was as dead air gets. He's puking. What's he puking from? Love tap the bottom, and it's easier to open, kind of like a woman. Just kidding. Oh, nothing. But like, you still talking about jar, like a glass jar? Does that work for glass jars? I thought that only works for like. Yeah, actually, maybe it does. Yeah, you're right. Maybe it works because it's a glass jar. It has to be rigid on the side. I don't know. We didn't play anything because I wasn't sure if you'd seen this or not.
Oh no, you didn't have to wait for me.
Yeah, we did.
No, everyone's.
You was going in that direction, and now you're following me to this location,
Because you,
and I'm
you
gonna stand
walked
here
into
for
me,
1 minute.
You antagonized me.
Okay, what's
and
your
you're,
name?
You're a black woman calling a
What's
cops
your
on a
name?
trans woman, and I just want you to
What's
think.
your name?
I want you to think about that.
Okay,
Missing
I-
teeth.
You're a black woman calling the cops
go
on
ahead.
a trans
Go,
woman,
continue to
and I
walk.
want you to think about that.
We're at 37
and I'm going to
seconds.
pray for you.
I'm going to hang.
because I pray.
I'm going to stop recording at 1 minute, and I'm going to call the cops if you're still in my
I
area.
pray-
I haven't offended
You
you in any
hit
Now
me
they're
way.
on
both
the
on the
sidewalk
phone.
You're
with your body.
following me,
You hit me.
honey.
It's
What-
not honey
Okay.
anymore, bitch.
Honey,
It's not
Okay.
honey.
All right,
It's not honey, bitch.
we're just going to patiently wait for the cops.
Yes, we are.
This is
What are
getting.
the
You're a
seats made
hypocrite.
out of?
It's
You're a
getting a
liberal
little bit
hypocrite,
more
and
aggressive.
you're a bitch. Yeah, I am aggressive. I have
You-
PTSD, bitch.
Okay,
You fucked the wrong tranny today, bitch.
I apologize. I'm
That's
sorry.
what you should be doing. You should be deleting that fucking video.
I will not, because I feel.
I have a
feel.
lawyer. I have 2 and 3
Okay.
lawyers, honey. I will sue your pants
I'm not
off,
going to speak
bitch.
anymore.
Look at
I
his
will
Escalate.
sue your pants off.
I'm not speaking anymore.
Good.
This is the best thing.
I risk my life every day getting ready in the morning,
Oh.
and you have the temerity.
The
to hit me with your
temerity.
body.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but my hands are shaking because I have anxiety currently.
Now
because
she's
this
popping off
individual is
with
not
the
You need to
leaving me
anxiety
go.
alone.
shit.
You need therapy.
Oh my
And
god.
you know what? You'd be better off in the hood because the hood people, they know how to act.
No.
Okay.
They know how we treat each
Did you hear what it just said?
You,
You
okay,
should go
the
back in the
audacity
Do you
of
think-
saying
no,
you
because
need
right
therapy.
halfway- you know, because he said you should go back to the hood, and then realizing what he just said was horrendously racist. Realized that he had to make up for it in the moment and say because they know how to act. That's
Holy
so
shit.
fucking funny. It's so funny. This
That
oppression
is
Olympics is the funniest shit I've ever seen. This is when you
Oh my
get
God.
this is the fucking monster eating itself. This is so funny. Let's go back and hear that one. You should be back in the hood. Oh my god, I'm a racist. I better save this. Listen.
your body.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but my hands are shaking because I have anxiety currently because this individual is not
You
leaving
need
me
to
alone.
go. You need therapy. And you know what? You'd be better off in the hood because the hood people, they know how to act.
Okay. it
They
sounds-
know how we treat each other. You went to Bard. You have a
That's
master's, you have
racist
an
as
MBA.
shit.
I am
and you work with
currently
a lot of
starting to
bunch of
shake
white
more
bitches
because
up
this
in some
individual would
fucking
not
thing.
leave me alone.
Fuck you! I have PTSD from being assaulted by people like you.
Now it's calmed down a bit.
And by that I mean insecure assholes. I'm not a racist.
Yes,
in
you
sense
are.
where you're gonna oh, racist
Right on.
trans woman attacks me on sidewalk. You assaulted me on the sidewalk,
I
and
don't
then
know
you called
if
the
I think I
cops on
see
me.
lights coming down.
He might not
What?
be, but he is. Definitely
Taking
racist.
so long.
What are the
I
tits
looked
made
better
of?
than you, and you couldn't handle it because you have internalized misogyny.
There's so many like that. If I had the bingo card, the bullshit card, oh, what's it called? The fucking leftist bullshit bingo card out. I've covered the whole chart.
So long.
You look better than me because you got internalized
I looked
misogyny.
better than you, and you couldn't handle it because you have internalized misogyny,
Yeah.
internalized femphobia, internalized homophobia.
Homophobia.
You're
Homophobia.
an angry young lady. You're an angry young woman, and I really wish we could be friends. But that does not give you the right to hit me on the sidewalk.
I'm done now. I wish they could be friends.
I
They.
don't. I don't believe a single word that tranny says. Not a
can't say that.
single
You
word.
can't say that. We can say cunt and fuck and everything else, but we can't say tranny.
She said tranny.
Yeah, but we can't because we're white privileged males.
Wait a minute. Did you just label me white? Who says I am white? I am biracial.
Me too.
I am biracial. YouTube.
I'm
listen to me.
biracial too. They just happen to both be white races.
I am I'm Métis, okay? I'm First Nations Canadian.
What?
I'm
Are you
special. I actually, if I were a
Do I have
tranny,
to,
I'd
like,
go
give
at
you
the
money
front
now?
of the. I would go at the front of the LGBT because we put 2S first. Just saying.
So do I have to like give you money now because you're a Canadian queer?
No, I'm not. I'm not queer. I'm just saying. Did my lights just fucking dim or something? Weird.
I don't know, but your microphone cut out for me at least, but that happens regularly. I'm wondering if it's my interface and it's only for me. Can anyone in the chat confirm or deny
I don't
whether
know,
or not
maybe.
Sean's microphone just cut out or if it was just me?
I don't know if I'm having a stroke, if my lights are dimming, like there's like demon in the house, or if I'm slow blinking. I don't know what's happening. Anyways, it's fine. I'm sure it's fine.
Jace's make asylums great again.
But yeah, that was so racist, and yeah,
I just think that was very funny.
The majority of them are so vile. Like they're bad. They're bad people because they use it as a sword and a shield. That's what they do.
That's like an actual nipple there. I think that's a real man tit.
Like Chris Tyson. Like Chris Tyson goes out and breaks up his family. He had such a beautiful little wife. Oh my god. And then
his wife. Yeah, let's move on to that. Jeez, what does his wife look like? What was
she was like this little blonde thing, and I'm like, wow, she was actually super pretty. And he's got his kid's name is Tucker or whatever. He's got a cute kid, but he dresses his little boy up like a little girl.
She
Tucker
is pretty.
Slaying it
You're
today.
never gonna get to fucking see that kid again without a cop present.
Like she was a pretty little thing.
She needs to take that kid away from him. Jesus. So for those who aren't caught up, Mr. B, the TLDR on this is that this individual here is best friends with Jimmy Donaldson, otherwise known as Mr. Beast, the single largest YouTube channel
ever.
Full stop. That's it. Ever. And he makes an extraordinary amount of money. His channel is largely aimed at children. This individual originally, for a majority of the channel's history, was a male. Still is, by the way, but now masquerades as a woman and plays that whole silly game. And they don't really push it on the show on his channel, but it's present and it's acknowledged and accepted. Put it that way. Comes to 2024 and we get a little leak from the Discord channels, and people have been talking about this person for a long time. Chris Tyson now goes by Ava Chris Tyson.
Yeah, because he's liked really some really gross. He's liked some, like really gross stuff, and his like Twitter. Because he had two Twitters, the front-facing I work for Mr. Beast Twitter, but then his like deeply personal Twitter, and his deeply personal one got out or whatever, and it had some really like bad things. And this was a couple of years ago, so this was like the first sort of thing that kind of clued people that maybe he was just like a monster.
It's really unfolding badly now. It's all over YouTube, like because it's obviously because Mr. Beast is the biggest channel. And he knew about it too. That's the other thing. All of his monstrous activity that was happening in the Discord, Jimmy knew about. And so now everyone's talking about it, and he's probably going to get cancelled. because there's all other sort of impropriety that's coming up about Jimmy's channel now as well. That is not even related to Chris. It's just a terrible environment, a really badly run company, unethical practices in treating people and stuff. There's all sorts of lawsuits and weird NDAs, and I don't know. There's a lot of you can go and seek it out if you want to get the full details, nitty gritty of that whole side of things. But the big thing that sparked it up was this Chris Tyson thing. And Moist Critical is now tied up in it somehow. Is this true? What's going on here? Moist Critical is now pro child gender mutilation. What's that about?
I'm not sure. That I don't know.
Should we react live to the quartering?
You would think I would know, considering I'm his moderator.
Yeah, but that's all right. I don't watch all of it either, but most of the time I do.
I'm his moderator on YouTube and on Rumble. That's how special I'm not.
Wait, what is this? What's this? Hold on. Charlie said it's okay to trans young kids. What's going on here? I thought this guy was okay. What is he doing? What is he does he really believe that, or does? I thought this dude was reasonable.
Wait, who's Charlie's?
It's Charlie. This is Moist Critical. He's got large. Do you know who he is?
No idea. I've heard his name. I just don't know who he is.
Okay, so he's got a large following on YouTube as well. Not as large.
Right, so he says it's okay to trans a kid.
Yeah, he's probably got what? Has this guy got 10 million followers or something? I don't know.
Dear. But... it's not okay to trans a kid. It's not. Do you know how many kids have come out
over the bit? But
so many kids come out and go, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. That was a bad idea. I only had 2 hours of therapy.
Yeah, almost all of them, the ones that are still alive, put it that way.
Yeah. It's I don't know.
Almost all of them do that. The rest of them are lying or dead.
Europe is banning this gender mutilation at a fast and furious rate, which thank God for that. But I mean, in its slow delay to actually get the bannings happening, it's a wake of dead kids or mutilated kids or kids that are just oh, well, I shouldn't have done that. It's there's a couple memes or whatever. Maybe it's not a meme. Maybe a meme's the wrong thing on Twitter, where it's like this girl who vaguely looks like somebody described what a boy looks like.
Vaguely.
Yeah.
Vaguely.
Like this girl who looks like someone vaguely described what a boy looks like over a blurry fax, right?
Vaguely.
What are you saying to me, man?
Vaguely.
That's what I said. We said the same thing.
This is like the bagel thing.
It's not like the bagel thing.
This bagel. Bagel.
That's why.
It sounds like you're saying vaginally.
Vaginally is vaguely.
I've never heard
someone
someone
says
say
he's
that
Canadian,
before.
I really am.
Yeah. He's very Canadian.
New dude to boot it. Okay. Anyways, so it's just like the girl's
it sounds like fagly.
Those feels when you go through gender reassignment surgery, and then all of a sudden you wake up one morning and you're desperate to have a baby and a husband and all that, but you don't have the bits for it anymore. And I'm like, what the hell, man? You look like you're 12.
You see all the gory shit that they post, like Scott Nugent and stuff, like his mutilated hand, all the mutilated parts and stuff, like the mutilated how much can I say? I'm not monetized, so it doesn't matter. Mutilated genitalia and stuff like that. It's really awful.
I try not to look at the gory stuff. I'm
No,
kind of a
but
girl. I
sometimes
don't
you
like
know
it.
what Twitter's like. Twitter sometimes will just feed you things that were not seeking out, and it's just like, oh, okay. Depends. There's
Yeah.
like I don't know. My For You section's a bit fucked. It's not that fucked. Like I show it on this stream. It's not like twisted or anything. I'm not seeking out weird stuff, but like somehow weird things do like not super weird things, but eventually like something like that will come up. And I mean, like, I didn't want to see that.
It happens occasionally, but
It's
no.
it's because of the certain people that I follow will retweet it. Like
Yeah,
if you follow like Alex, I had to unfollow Alex Rosen because I got so angry all the time. Not
I don't know
because
who
of
that
him.
is.
He's the guy I fight for kids guy. He goes and
Oh, that fella. Yeah.
captures PDFs.
Men's triathlon at the Paris Olympics is postponed because of the river's water quality.
I don't know. Maybe that fuck Paris, fuck France. They can just go to hell. That's always been a disgusting country to me.
Yeah, it's
they're
one of the worst
cowards.
countries now.
They're awful. It always has been. It's a filthy little hole now, and they killed it. They killed themselves, and they deserve everything that they get now. Like, I'm sorry.
Those cheese-eating surrender monkeys.
They're just. I mean, where do you think like all of these that's where like a lot of these stupid weird identity politics sprouted from, and like postmodernism and shit.
Yes.
They're weird. Well, the French philosophers, they're fucking responsible for a lot of like Michel Foucault and all of those weird cunts.
Yeah. Apparently, the white dudes for Hera's Twitter account just got suspended.
Oh, but there's surely got to be footage around of it somewhere. Were we going to watch the most critical thing? Oh, we're not. You can't even see it on my screen. That's why.
Yeah. That's
why
exactly why. This is your fault.
Funny, like something. Yeah. I thought you could see it. So this is
nobody
critical.
could.
This guy here is most critical.
Yeah, with the hair. Okay.
You know him?
This other fellow's
that family
Sneeko, right?
making that decision for
That's
that.
Sneeko on the other side, yeah. But you don't know this guy, this sort of hybrid Asian white-looking guy.
No, I've only heard his name before. I know that he's like a big influencer, or no, a big content creator. I don't know nothing about him.
Oh, now it's frozen.
Child's life. If that's the path they want to go down, it's like choosing a fucking sport. You can
No,
do
it's not!
you
What?
want to do.
No, it's not!
You
can do what you want to do.
No, it's not! You go play a
Does
sport,
that
you
make
quit,
Merc?
nothing changes.
Oh my god. Did he
Is that
really
Nick
say
Merck?
that? I don't know. This is just the opening meme of Quartering's video that I haven't seen yet.
Well, this is what. So, if this is the opening thing, then the Quartering is basically showing us all that we need to see. If we don't need his commentary.
He always puts the TLDR at the front.
Yeah.
For those that don't know what that means, it means
too long
didn't read. Yeah.
You cut off your you can't glue it back on. This guy's a brick, man. This guy's a brick. I thought he was smarter than this, man.
I did too.
Well, this week has been interesting.
Okay. We go. I got what I came for. I just wanted to hear that soundbite.
Yeah. So it's like a sport. It's like a sport.
Apparently, to some people, it's just like a sport. You can just quit at any time. Oh, look, I like Oompaville. I like this guy. Oh, wait, you can't. You know, this dude. He's fucking funny.
I don't know who that is.
Nah, he's funny. Anyway, I'm going to save this one for later. Did you
I
want to
wish I
show
was
us that?
funny.
Yeah, me too. You are funny though.
That's not true. White dudes for Harris. Wait a minute, what's this guy?
What were we look? I was looking for white dudes. This is like we should have like brainstormed this before, but I was like asleep and didn't care. It's trending. White dudes for Harris is trending.
Is it?
You're at the time border
okay.
trying to get national attention. These unemployed men have been having sex for several days. Joining me now is their spokesperson, Randy Marsh. Mr. Marsh, what exactly are you trying to accomplish? We're doing the only thing we can do. If our government is just going to let anybody into our time who wants to come, then we have to take matters into our own hands. Present-day America #1! Yeah, America! Take our jobs! Here at the time border trying to get...
Good old South Park.
Okay, and so look, this is the point of view, POV, white dude for Trump be like. Or sorry, white dude for Harris be like. Holding his wife's hand as she gets railed by probably someone masculine like Daniel
Yeah, there must be
Clancy.
destiny. There must be destiny holding the hand and taking the photo. Where is this?
Like it's just. Oh, I have a. Okay, I have.
Oh my God, I think I've got it too. I attended the White Dudes for Harris virtual meeting tonight, so you don't have to enjoy. Oh my God.
Okay, let me play mine first.
Oh, you.
Oh wait, it's the same clip. I bet.
Same.
Wait, how long
yeah.
is yours? Mine's a minute.
Mine's 2 minutes. Oh wait, mine's 2 minutes 22.
Okay, we'll do yours because yours probably covers everything mine's going to cover.
Oh wait, where's this? Oh no, there's a black dude.
For
He's not a white dude. White dudes for Harris.
Well, they can't tell them no.
Wait, I've covered it. It's covered up with it. It literally says white dudes for Harris right here, and then it's got a black dude on the screen.
Well, they're not going to tell them no.
They can't. All right. Hold on. I need to get a drink, and I haven't seen this yet. So you just like entertain people for a second. Can you do an ad yet?
No, I can't do. I don't have enough people watching.
Oh. Okay, hold on. I'll be back in 1 second.
I need 2 more people. Damn it. Anyways. So everybody. We're gonna see some hilarious business of why would he put me full screen? What a muppet. Some hilarious
And
white dudes for Trump. Or not. Why do I keep saying for Trump? Ugh! It's because I saw the black fella with a niggas for Trump shirt. Now it's in my head. Look at this. Monkeypox. White dudes for Harris. I can't wait to be the president someday. All the little sperms. We're inside a white dude for Kamala. Oh my goodness. I love the memes. There was another one. I don't. Yeah, this is censored. Look at this one. This is white dudes for Harris. Oh goodness. Oh, I love Magoose. Magoose. If that's your actual photo, you're a little hottie. I'm just throwing that out there. Maybe. Yes, I got. Shit.
Hey, am I? My mic is muted. Could you hear me that whole time?
No, but I need to get this off the screen so I can do my ad. Oh my god, positive. I am
I was
so
just like,
sorry.
came back and it was a full-on gay orgy. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Did you hear me say that?
No, but
It
positive.
sounded exactly like you were talking back to me.
No,
And then
anyway,
the
so
fucking thing on my screen. Anyway, do a thing.
oh, this is a good one. Do you rely on big woke corporations and the corrupt medical establishment to keep you healthy? So many people do. Oh my goodness. I hope not. And then why would you trust the same globally owned corporations to keep your pet healthy? It's time we stop relying on them for anything. They hate us and they want to keep us sick and they just want your money. We at Rumble started Positive Health because pets are an extension of our family, much like this little boy up right here. Oh, Titus, God rest his furry soul. And it matters that they get clean, nutrient-filled, vitamin-rich superfoods to stay happy and healthy. That's why we created a range of superfood supplement waffles that your pet will love, packed with all natural, healthy ingredients that promote better digestive support, bone health, vision, and immune strength. They're also rich in anti-inflammatories, vitamins, and minerals essential for your furry family members. Yeah, you can actually eat these things. It's actual like real food. So head over to Positive, PAWSITIVE.com. Very clever name. Very clever. I wish I could do a Donald Trump. The best. Right now, to check out our superfoods and other products, use code STUDIO to save 15% on your first subscription order. So that is Positive. My goodness. I hope they're not mad about the gay orgy at the beginning of their ad. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, I mean, like, I came back from getting a drink. And I was like,
Oh, God.
what the fuck did my channel become? It's gonna be like this dude's for Harris.
Oh yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was checking out my ads I did with Chris of Morning Mayhem, and I was going through them, and normally it says completed or like canceled, and that will be like if I'm doing it but the number drops way too low or whatever, and so it like cancels it out or whatever the thing is, right? And then so that's fine, but then I'm going up and it's like rejected. I'm like, what do you mean it rejected? So they watched me do the ad and they're like, no, this is unacceptable. I was like, what? And then I looked to see which one it was.
Was that our stream?
No, it was one. It was my last Saturday night off the rails. I just did a day or so ago with Chris, and we were talking about the Olympics and like the blasphemy, and I probably put some of the blasphemy in the ad read, like, you know, don't be a fucking transmission doing a Last Supper or whatever. And they probably didn't like that. I thought I did an all right job, but they apparently, I'm just not going to do their stuff anymore because, you know, stodgy and they can't take a joke. But
well, anyways. Am I still on YouTube or I'm being pulled down for saying tranny?
I don't know. Are you on YouTube?
Yeah, I should be. Oh yeah, 28 people.
Yeah.
Or they
you get way more people than I get on YouTube. You know how many people I got on YouTube? Precisely 0.
I don't think there's really 28 people.
Well, why do you get bots?
I don't know. I would have thought that, like, if they were going to bot it, they'd bot it with like a few hundred. But no. So they must be there. I don't know.
They must be there. See, you got a reasonable audience. You got a bunch on YouTube. You get a bunch on Twitter.
I can't tell who's what. It says 26 views on Twitter, so there could be only 2 on YouTube. Let's look.
I don't know.
Have a look. I mean, it's not exactly riveting content right now. It says 1 watching. So there's 1.
Well, no, it can't be because you got Magoose. which is a great fucking name. But also you got Jay.
Yeah. See, the analytics on YouTube it's like not real. It's just not even real. Like it just lies, and then afterwards it'll be like update it, and then see if anything they undercut it, and then they adjust it afterwards. That's
So
what they say anyway.
maybe this isn't great content. Maybe I'm not a good streamer, and that's entirely possible. I mean,
No, that's not it. I've watched your streams.
Your content
not-
is good. I watched you had like that 7-minute video about the snipers or whatever. I watched that. I'm like, this guy made good fucking videos. Too bad he's
No, do you know how many times I tried to record that? Like 18 times, and I'm like, fuck. At one point, I even had to write out a script because I'm like, I cannot talk. I just can't talk. And
Why
then
not?
I'm like, this sounds fucking gay. and
spit
lame.
the
I'm not
kangaroo
gonna
out of
do
your
the
mouth and you'll
script.
be able to do it just fine. You're smart
'Cause
enough.
when it's scripted,
You got the
can tell
voice
it's
for
scripted.
it. You
So
could
it's-
just wing it.
yeah, I
Free
know,
roll.
but yeah.
How do you think I do it?
I know, but then it's so the idea is like, right, you cut out the shit bits, but then it was like at one point it was just all shit bits. There was nothing usable, and then I tried that several days in a row. I'm like, and then I even gave up the other day, and then I'm like, no, you can't give up. You must do it. So I was just like, even if it's really bad, which wasn't the best, so I just put it up anyway. But then like I'll watch it back, and I'll be like, what does this even tell people? But then I have to remember that just because I already know this, it doesn't mean that everyone, like other people might. Oh, we're back to the gay orgy.
White dudes for Harris. That's all.
Oh, is that's that's what comes up when you do dudes for Harris. That's legitimately the search results when you
Oh,
type
white-
in good dudes for Harris. Both of you guys are doing great. That's why we're here. Thank you very, very much. Appreciate that. But I really did. Oh, yeah, I had the dudes for Harris up on screen. Oh, it's
Yeah.
still here.
So I may not be a very good streamer. I mean, I just like ultimately at the end of the day, all of my streams, despite me doing the news, I might even try to keep a serious face when I try to do it. I'm not very good at that. But ultimately, whoever I'm streaming with, whether it be, you know, my good Australian friend here, or maybe my Georgian friend Chris, or even my BC friend Jay in the chat, or even Katie of the Last Meal podcast on Rumble, was the Death Penalty podcast.
Katie was the one that we did. The last time I was on,
It's
was
it's
I on her
Thursday.
channel?
I don't know. It's
Oh,
it's
no, it was on your channel. It was
Thursdays.
on your channel, and you were talking about. We were talking about, which it was basically an episode about how she just got this random hookup, and she was just gloating about how he smashed the back out of her. I found that's very.
No, that was her
Interesting.
boyfriend.
Is it? No, she was cheating on her boyfriend with this dude, wasn't he? She.
No, you have.
Who was
I
the
think you have
dude
the
she was
story mixed
hiding
up.
from in the house then? She was like, oh, this other guy's going to be home. We were talking about some other guy. Oh, fuck. I don't know. I got too involved.
No, her ex-husband.
Oh, it was her ex and her boyfriend. Okay.
Yeah,
I
the
get it.
ex-husband who's now in jail because he's a bad dude.
Oh, okay. She seems
Yeah.
to pick him.
Well, I guess he didn't start out a bad dude, allegedly. I don't know.
They never do they? They never
guess-
do.
Anyways, the point
Let's
that I'm
watch-
making is I'm probably not that good of a streamer. Whether I'm on my channel, your channel, or on Katie's channel, doing death penalty stuff, it's always a disaster.
Mm.
But it is like a cozy conversation among friends, and that I think that's got to be worth something. I think, or maybe not. I don't know. But
I
It's-
think so.
it's
Worth
always
recording sometimes.
from my perspective. It's at least always genuine.
Yeah.
Like I always want to have a good conversation and have good laughs and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And so
See where I
hopefully-
come undone is I'm like, oh, is this? I always come undone when I think, oh, is this watchable or is this entertaining? I'm like, who cares? Gives a fuck.
Yeah.
No one's even watching anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. So, like, I mean, hopefully Magoose is okay with what we're doing here. Hopefully Jay's okay. Hopefully anybody in my Rumble chat, is okay. Like, nobody watches
They'll be
me on
alright.
YouTube, so I mean that's fine.
Otherwise, they'll
But-
leave.
But like, I mean, hopefully it's okay. I want people to feel like they're in the conversation, that they're being embraced by our voices, like it's a warm bosom or something. I don't know. I just want them to be, happy with it. But
I want you to be happy with the white dudes for Harris.
Yes, let's
have
do
a
that.
look. Let's have a look at white dudes for Harris.
I'm white, I'm a dude, and I'm for Harris.
Oh, gross.
What a way to open it. What a great way.
Why? That's do you know who that was?
Someone very basic.
No,
But I
that
do recognize him.
that was
Willie Nelson.
no. That's the dude. Yes. Also from Tron. Jeff Bridges.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right.
I'm white, I'm a dude, and I'm for Harris.
Over the last few
Yeah.
years, I've been thinking.
Now, how beta does this cunt look? He is such a. I mean, I don't even need to hear him talk.
Yes, this
I can
guy. He's the
skip
one
right
that
over him, and I already know what he says. Like,
he cuts up masculinity. Yeah, that was Jeff Bridges. I just looked that up. Fucking good God, man.
this guy, this is just like a little soy boy. This is.
He
an
shows a picture of his
illustration the
wife, and
problem.
she looks like a warthog. It's great.
Thinking a lot about men.
I'm not sure if you guys can recall.
Oh, is the other guy? The
I
what's
don't
his
know. I
name?
just want to go on it.
He's the snowman.
I've been thinking a lot about men. I bet you have.
For Harris.
Over the last few years, I've been thinking a lot about men.
I'm not sure if you guys can recall that feeling you had
That's really
on
funny
the
to
night
me.
of Tuesday, November 8th, 2016. I stood over my kid's bed and I wept.
White nationalists in MAGA, they want to speak for you specifically as white men.
In the marginalized communities that educate me every single day, that this is a constant education for all of us.
Kamala is carrying on her shoulders 248 years of pain, of agony, of hope, of frustration. And no matter how high she jumps, no matter how many degrees she has, no
She'll
matter
still be a dumb, empty bitch that just cackles and is completely just. There's no other like. People are like, what do you like about her? And I couldn't find anything meaningful in that. So people were like, what do you hate about her? And I was like looking through the comments, and it was all just like her cackle, her laugh, she's just cringe, all of that. But I'm like, what does she actually like stand for? Like, she has no policy platform, but she obviously is just a rubber stamp for the communist left. I think that's the best way to put it for me. What do you think so bad about her?
Well, do you
Because it
remember
has to
that?
be articulated somehow.
Do you remember the race car driver that got canceled because his dad said the N-word even before he was born?
I heard about I heard about that happening. I'm not very
Pretty
familiar.
wild stuff. Now, when you consider that that Kamala isn't African American, she's not. She's part Indian, 50% Indian, 50% Jamaican. And when you think about the Jamaican part of her, it's actually her father was was a slave owner, a tremendous slave owner. She got her vast amount of family wealth, her generational family wealth. So already she's basically fucking super privileged because there's generational wealth, but off of slavery. Or is it her grandfather or great grandfather or whatever was a massive fucking slave owner and seller? The idea of slavery, whatever distribution, the fucking Amazon warehouse of slavery, and everyone's just like, yeah, but that one race car driver, his father.
But this is the party of pro-slaves. They say they're not, but they are. And these are the party that are really racist. They say they're not, but they are. None of these things actually matter to these people. So when you point out these inconsistencies to them, it's like, well, that doesn't mean anything. I'm happy to bypass all of that. I wasn't really principled in that way anyway. I'm just, so long as she's on the ticket, I'm going to vote for that because I'm part of this cult.
Well, sure. Also, I want to point out that my friend Purdy Dew, who's a farmer somewhere vaguely in America, he says, your mom's a race car driver. No, sir. My mom is a whore. Now, back to this. So I hope Mama Clancy's still not watching. She probably thinks very poorly of me. Anyways,
Probably.
yeah. My mother told me that I needed to force my wife to have an abortion for my third boy.
What? Say that again?
My wife told me I needed to physically grab my wife and drag her into into abortion clinic to terminate my third born, Rory. He's the fucking sweetest one. Oh my God, I love him so fucking fiercely. Anyways, she was because my wife and my mother don't get along. They hate each other. Well, my wife hates my mom because my mom is a bitch and hates her. And so yeah, she didn't want me to have any more children with this woman. Like, what do you mean this woman? I married this woman. I'm a grown man.
See, mum, other families are fucked too.
So, anyways, so I was like, we won't be speaking again. Like, this is it. And she's like, you'll come back. You'll always come back. And that was like fucking 4 years ago. And since then, I even had one more kid after that. Yeah. Anyways, so is she a race car driver? No, but a whore. Yeah, so Kamala comes from like slavery fucking money, right? She literally grew up on a plantation. And then
they all fucking do.
And then grew and then she went to school and got educated and had a life in Canada in Westmount, which is a suburb of Montreal, where it's very affluent and very wealthy.
Yeah, this explains a lot about her, really.
Right? So she actually has very little to do with America.
Other than becoming the vice president.
As
a DEI pick.
And then as a cop, I say cop as prosecutor.
Prosecutor, yeah.
Right? She sentences many members of the black community for petty marijuana crimes. And then after that cackles her way over to her own joint. So she then partakes in the exact thing she sent other guys to jail for. And then she laughs about it when she's asked. But then wild forest fires break out in California because, they don't do forest management or whatever. And then Kamala's like, yes, all of these people are eligible to leave jail because their sentences are done. They've done their time. They've paid their dues, but I'm a cunt, so I'm going to keep them in jail way past their sentences because I need slave labor. Go fight the forest fires. You can go out and put your life on the line because these fucking fires are raging and you should be free, but I'm keeping you locked up.
Like, this is what Tulsi Gabbard nailed her on in the
That's what Tulsi Gabbard
2016.
fucking nailed her for.
No, in 2020, wasn't it? Or 2016?
Yeah, she nuked her from orbit with all of that. And it's just like, there's very little to like about Kamala. In fact,
Of
I don't.
nothing. I can't think of a single
I
thing.
can't.
Every time she appears, it's like people are oh fuck, I just don't have any words today. But like they're sort of grimacing at the fact that they have to talk about her for the next few months and potentially even longer if they get their way. Can you imagine her becoming, because you know when the president becomes, once they're in office, you hear from them regularly, so often that like they become just an annoying voice. Like even Trump, like they just become an annoying thing in the background, right? That's going to be Kamala if she wins, right? She will be the household. Oh fuck! I couldn't.
Yeah, so they're fluffing her up like a fluffer on a porn set. They're just blah, 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 as much as they can to get everybody like excited and happy about her. They're wildly scrubbing everything. They're like, she wasn't the border czar. Sure, we called her that in all of our articles, but she wasn't. Like, right?
How the Axios thing is fucking hilarious. Like, those,
even though we said it,
your very publication printed it. Like we've got the screenshots. Like the people that write the publication should know that the internet is forever. Like they are. What is? Come on. I just they really must think we're so stupid. But the problem is, we are. Not like the ones who are talking about this and noticing it, obviously.
The normies.
Yeah, but then what are the normies, though? Well, you and I are normies.
I'm not a normie.
What are we then?
I don't know. I'd say we're politically engaged.
That's not a normie. Yeah, that's true. That's not a normie.
Yeah, because we know this stuff. We talk about this stuff.
Yeah, the normies then. I'm talking about them. Okay, so long as we understand the definition. So, right. Well, then the people that are just, and that's most people. They're stupid enough to like fall for whatever they're saying.
These are the people. These are the people who the tagline, Kamala is brat. That's fucking aimed at them.
Like 34% of people think that Donald Trump can dodge a bullet in such a precise way that it only grazes his ear for the sake of a photo shoot. They think he's nimble enough to do that, or that any human is nimble enough to do that, because the media suggested it to them, and now it's like, fuck, like 34% is not a small number. I mean, I know it's just a poll, you can't necessarily, but like genuinely, it's probably a bad example.
Well, yeah. So here's an example. Kamala has gone on and she's talked about Joe Biden is sharp as a tack. Joe Biden is sharp as a tack. I am in those meetings with Joe Biden and I see him every day. Every single day, Joe Biden we're wheeling, we're dealing. He's sharp as a tack. She's done this for fucking months and months and months and months.
It's like this Harry Sisson level of fucking pathological lies. Sorry, I'm being
but listen, okay, so Joe Biden is sharp as a tack because I'm in those meetings with him every single day, right? And that's been the thing. She's been telling us, the people, that she's been with him every single day. Then all of a sudden, Joe Biden drops out and everyone's like, hey, he's kind of got like fucking a little funny, eh? And then all of a sudden, the newspapers and the media and the Democrat talking points immediately are downloaded into their NPC fucking brains. And it's like this. Kamala has only had 6 meetings with him for the last like forever. So how would she even know that he wasn't sharp as a tack? Like, what do you...
Even Nancy Pelosi admitted on the screen. Even Nancy Pelosi admitted on what it was like MSNBC or something. She was like, she's the vice president. You know, she doesn't do that much. That's literally a verbatim quote from Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah, and so now they're trying to,
which is true, by the way.
They're trying to shoehorn the Harris out of the Biden Harris, and it's like you've spent a long time putting those two together. And the thing is, a large swath of the population is stupid enough to fall for it.
I hear a murmur of little rumors going around that there's still a lot of chaos within the DNC, and then there's still that Kamala may still not be the one on the ticket. She's still not the official nominee yet.
I would love
and there's
that.
Talk, and the fact that that she's been endorsed by everyone who is expected to endorse. So I personally don't
I know,
see
but
a
you
lot
can
of
pull
but there's
endorsements.
rumors. You can pull endorsements.
And
they pulled.
and so the
they
thing
pulled
is,
the fucking
though,
president. So, but there's a
So-
lot. Yeah, there's talk about that because they're still not happy with her, and they never wanted her in the first place.
exactly. But the belief was that that Kamala Harris has access to the $100 million of Joe Biden's money.
Yeah, but now that's that's not working out for them either because there's a lot
It's
of talk.
true. Well,
about
the
them
law
having to
says no, you
hand
don't.
that back.
The
What?
law says, Kamala, no, you don't. That's Joe Biden's money. Just because you're the
Yeah,
VP, you're not on the ticket officially until the DNC. That's Joe Biden's money.
Yeah, and so there's talk about them having to give all of that money back.
Yeah. Now the thing about that,
And if that's the
is-
case, then she's no good to them anyway. So they're better
But-
off just putting in someone better, more likable.
They-
Because I know everyone hates her. That's why they
They
have to
could
fucking
theoretically-
string together all this weird shit.
they could theoretically go like, okay, Kamala, listen, you don't actually have the money. We have to give it back. Or two, Kamala could be like, you know what? We're going to keep the money. We're going to campaign with it and all that stuff. And then what are they going to do? The FEC has almost no, or the SEC. Yeah, it is the FEC. They have no real teeth. What are they going to do? Fine me a little bit of money? That's fine. We'll pay
Yeah, we've
that
got that
fine with
saved
some
up
of
in
the
the slush
campaign
fund.
funds. Right? So, I mean, who knows? But it would be hilarious if all of a sudden, like I don't know, Pete Buttigieg somehow gets in there and goes, "Pick me instead.
It wouldn't surprise me at this point.
I can land an
Like,
airplane."
They've got the world at such a state where actual aliens, and this is not going to happen because there's no evidence for it. So, but if aliens came here tomorrow, I'm not sure if anyone would even notice. At this point.
Katie says Daniel's retelling of my first date with Bigfoot had me almost pissing my pants. I'm a little late to the party, but goddamn.
Okay.
Oh, I love her so much.
She is
oh
funny.
goodness.
She's
All right, let's keep watching these cucks for Harris.
Yeah, we only got 40 seconds but
How good her grades are. She's never good enough because they're always moving the line.
What a variety of whiteness we have here with like a rainbow of beige.
But man, I am scared to death of what the future could look like if we go back to another Trump administration, one that truly left working construction white men behind.
You've seen it with congressional leaders who have called Vice President Harris a DEI candidate.
That's what
Of course,
she is.
men are also
here he is.
more free.
Your buddy judge. The one you were just talking about. Let's get
Yeah,
back. Sorry,
he
I
can land an
apologize, everyone.
airplane in his butt.
Yeah, first of all, this guy talking about leaving white working class males behind. What was the fucking very first thing that Joe Biden did when he got into office? He cut the Keystone Pipeline fucking project and put all those dudes out of work. And then he fucking withdrew from Afghanistan and fucking left them all for dead. Literally for dead. Anyway.
Vice President Harris, a DEI candidate.
Of course,
Because
men
Joe
are
Biden was like,
also
I'm going to hire
more
a black woman.
He literally said that. That was part of his campaign promise. Harris can blow her way to the top. Being done before still works, doesn't it? Less than 3% during 2020 presidential to VP. I don't get that last bit. Less than, is that like her fate? What was that? Her votes to get in the primary or something?
Before Tulsi blew her out, she only had like 3% support.
Right. That was before. Wow.
free in a country where we have a president who stands up for things like access to abortion care.
Let's be clear about who Donald Trump and J.D. Vance are. Donald Trump is a 34-time convicted felon, an
No, he's
adjudicated
not.
rapist,
No, he's
and
not.
a congenital liar. He's a fraud. And JD Vance is his mini-me. I even created my own cognitive test that describes the two of them. Sofa, dolphin, shark, cats, convict.
Okay, well, you're a little fucking idiot, and that's just a child speaking. But like Donald Trump and this, they keep pushing this. He's convicted
An
felon. He's not a
adjudicated
convicted
rapist?
felon until it's finalized. Hasn't been sentenced.
An adjudicated rapist? Like, what?
And
Isn't
then he
that
follows it up with a liar and a fraud. I'm like, after you just said
That's-
those all fraudulent lies.
I'm pretty sure that's defamation per se, but also
Yeah,
the
but
thing
yeah,
is
you
though
can never
about a
prove that for-
convicted rapist. I mean, he might have been convicted, but that shit is on fucking hold now because presidential immunity. Like,
yeah,
his
no, it
conviction
hasn't-
might entirely be overturned. The judge
That's
might
why I
go,
mean
well,
it's not
fuck,
a
I've got
final
no choice.
That's why it's not a conviction yet. So they can't use the terminology in. Well, they can. They can do what they want. They can use whatever words they want, but like it's not legally so.
They're cunts. They're all cunts.
Real men respect women.
Real men
Their
don't fucking join a group called White Dudes for Harris.
decisions, their careers. And it's pretty clear that Donald Trump and JD Vance don't.
A woman president, man. How exciting.
If there is a God, she's a terrible writer.
One day, we all will be asked what we did to stop this MAGA movement. What will your answer be?
Who's going to be asking that?
I'm
All
white.
right. Okay, now I'm going to show mine now.
Yeah, you show yours. Is it the same one?
Sort of.
Is it
it's
different?
this
That was a
dude.
supercut, so that yeah, it'll be different.
This dude is funny. Like, I mean, prepare yourself for the
Been
sword.
thinking a lot about men. We know that,
that
from the last one.
Yeah, let's get right at the beginning.
And that happens at the same time as the myths around America that we grew up with, that we as men are expected to be protectors and providers, are going out into economy that doesn't really allow for that, especially for working class folks. And sort of like compounding on that, masculinity as a trope has been co-opted by the MAGA right into something that feeds into and exacerbates the loneliness epidemic, as well as the mental health crisis that many face that end up.
What? MAGA has co-opted like masculinity? I mean, okay, I guess that says a lot about
No.
me and my masculinity. But
No, it's just that these
But-
people ran away from it. That's all. They just that's what happened. I mean, it's evident in this fucking. Look at this little art.
But then if you listen, he's like tying it into like inceldom.
Chase, he's definitely a bottom.
Something that feeds into and exacerbates the loneliness epidemic.
MAGA incorporating masculinity is exacerbating the loneliness epidemic. Really? Or maybe it's fucking Bumble and Tinder and that nobody knows how to talk to people. I met my wife in a fucking hardware store. How often does that happen anymore? It doesn't.
As well as the mental health crisis that many face that end up leading to really destructive behaviors. We aren't
Everything
the only
he
ones
just
that are hurt
said
by
is
these
fake.
things. Black and brown people, LGBTQIA plus that many face that end up.
Okay, so the thing that he's about
Wow,
to say here,
acronyms,
I'm
mate.
pretty sure this is just a talking point. It's just a talking point that they add on to everything because when you think about it with conjunction with what he just said, it makes no fucking sense. I think they just
'Cause it's
stick
all
it on
fake.
everything. This is fake as shit. Okay, listen.
End up leading to really destructive behaviors. We aren't the only ones that are hurt by these things. Black and brown people, LGBTQIA plus people, especially trans women and indigenous people, and all sorts of other folks in our society who've been historically and often still today are marginalized and being hurt, demonized, and marginalized even further. So
feels like he's gonna start crying.
and that happens.
Like, okay, what? What is hurting people? The fact that MAGA has taken over masculinity? That has hurt women and the trans and Aboriginals and like it makes no
No,
sense.
this women cutting their tits off hurts women actually.
Good
That's
God,
doing a whole
it
lot of
is.
things. Jumping into all of their spaces when you've got a cock is actually hurting them. That's doing a whole lot of damage.
It is.
If we want to talk about that.
It's
We should wrap this up soon because I haven't eaten anything today other than those biscuits.
Oh no. I love this guy. This is niggas for
I
truck.
know. Oh, you can't say that on
I
YouTube.
love that
Oh,
guy.
too
Look,
late.
there was a photo. What are you talking about? I am an Aboriginal. I am First Nations
There you
made
go.
tea. I can say it.
Just flash the card. So shut up, YouTube. Anyway, what do you say?
I could actually. No, my wallet's not down here, but I do have a card. The guy had a picture of his phone, or he had his phone up with a picture of his wife, and it was really really funny because she looked like a what you would expect of a leftist liberal lesbian.
Just a beard.
Well, just this massive warthog of a woman, like a Rosie O'Donnell
Oh.
type.
Oh.
And then you're like, oh, I understand why this guy is like this guy.
Yeah, right. Got it. She's just like fucking took him in like her little slave. She wears the pants. She fucks him, not the other way around.
Yes, exactly. You know, pegging and such.
It always goes this way when we're near the end.
Katie knows a little bit about that. Just saying. Just saying. What are we at? We're at 2.5 hours, eh? Streaming with you always goes by
Yeah.
so fast.
Yeah, it didn't seem like that long.
It always
I wish
goes
I was
by
more
so
energetic today. Sorry, I'm just very it's very cold. And I'm in a lot of pain today.
cold
But,
in Australia.
It was cold for us.
how
Yeah, it's
cold
been
is
like it
that?
hasn't gone over 10 degrees all day.
Oh, you're in like winter, eh? How far in winter
Yeah.
are you? Are you in deep winter? Have you had Christmas yet?
I don't know whether that was so funny.
Oh goodness. Yeah, you're one of my favorite people to stream with. I don't know why. It just works out so well, I think. They have Christmas at the same time. Thanks, Magoose.
Thank you. My ghost. I don't know why. It's just funny. It's funny. That's funny.
Well, it seems wrong to have Christmas on December 25th. Yes, it's a fucking birthday. I understand that. But
it wasn't though.
Christmas you need to have like eggnog and a Christmas tree and fucking 10 feet of snow outside. So you would think that they would maybe have it in, I don't know, July.
I mean, December didn't even fucking exist then. I'm not sure what the Hebrew calendar date is, or if that's even the right calendar to go by.
Wait, that's like asking if Friday the 13th can ever happen on Halloween. Oh goodness. I like this Magoose.
Very good.
Uh,
well.
Well, I'm
I
just
think we'll
saying,
wrap it up there. Because Sean's
Christmas could be a state of mind for the Australians.
Well, it is. It is. It's a very different sort of affair over here.
Yeah,
It's hot.
what do you guys do?
Swim.
Have like
Go. People
have
go to the beach,
Christmas
play cricket.
outside, throw something
it's
on the
always
Barbie.
outside. Yes, yeah. Always often at the beach or like playing cricket. So I'm always something outdoors. Unless
petting
it's
your
too
koala
hot.
bears.
No,
or
we
something.
don't keep koala bears.
Why do you
They're out
mean-
there. You can't domesticate those little cunts.
Is it because they're always high?
Yeah, no, because you always got to keep them high, and they tear you apart. They're dangerous.
Because the eucalyptus is actually a drug for them, right? You take them off and they get real fucked. They get furious. Is that true?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my god, what a
And they'll tear you up. They've got big fucking claws, man. They are like. I'm wondering if this is where the drop bear thing evolved from, because koalas they can mess you up, but they're obviously not going to drop out of the tree and eat your brains. But they'll carve you open though. They're nasty, and then they'll give you chlamydia.
One thing that we didn't fully cover very well is what's going on in Venezuela. I know we mentioned it briefly, but it's getting wild. Apparently, the military is now greeting the protesters instead of stopping them. So it looks like the military is forming on the side of the people, which means it may end up being military intervention. So I guess that would technically fall under a military coup, even though the election is highly contested.
I mean, we've all seen the footage. Well, if it's real, I'm sure it is. The footage of them like literally going in and stealing all of the ballots.
Yeah, there's like the footage of like the
and the numbers don't make any sense.
It's Maduro, right? Yeah,
Maduro.
Maduro. Yeah, I can't speak. What do I know? I fucking speak Canadian. Anyways, yeah. So I guess the forces for Maduro were going around just shooting all the civilians, and so the streets are littered with dead bodies, which is pretty crazy. Like this video I have on the screen. I mean, they can't see it. There's a fucking dead body right there.
I'm reading horrible shit too. That's distracted me on fucking Twitter on the other screen that you can't see. But I'm like, if this was on the screen, it would probably get my channel cut off.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can see my little screen, and I can see your little screen. Yeah. Anyway, so Venezuela is in a very, very bad spot. So I guess that's just a reminder to the boys and girls at home that you can vote
your way into
yourself.
communism, but you have to fight your way out.
That's 100% what I was just going to say, but also this is what we were looking for earlier.
Yeah. But they didn't really admit it though. They made up a story, a fake story. Hence the title.
Yeah, Facebook admits it wrongly censored iconic photo of bleeding Trump pumping his fist after assassination attempt. This was an error. I hate them so much. And I thought Facebook was going to smarten up a little bit, especially after Zuckerberg was like, that was the coolest thing I ever saw when Trump got up after being shot and was like, fight, fight, fight. What a badass. I was like, oh my God. Maybe
Did you really think he was turning a corner? He was just having a fucking even chunky Yuga said.
Okay, you know what? Cool. Maybe I'm the retard, but yeah, I thought maybe he was turning. He's growing a beard and everything. Something you should consider. But
I can't. It's patchy.
So what?
It goes in its patches.
So what? You'll be the Australian Sidney Crosby.
I look like a fucking catfish.
A catfish?
Yeah, it grows out here and it grows out here, but then there's gaps.
Oh, goodness. I love it.
And they'll be like, I've even been asked by like a young kid once, like, why do you shave your face like that?
because then you say, listen, kid, I don't want to be trafficked by Epstein.
This is what happens if you drink too much soy, kid.
Jesus. Oh,
don't
God.
grow up like me. Learn from my mistakes.
Oh, heavens. Goodness.
I haven't shaved, so can you tell? I just look like a bit dirty though. That's like
I grow a beard like this after like 10 minutes after shaving.
Yeah, but you're like some kind of fucking winter animal.
Like it's Canada, you have to be.
Yes. See, if I lived in there, I'd be a wolf as well.
No, you'd probably with that face, you'd probably die. You'd be like, you'd shiver to
Yeah,
death.
I'd be dead. I'd be
Like all the
selected out.
Mexicans that sneak into the fucking across the Canadian border of Roxham Road in Quebec in the middle of winter, and they go, "Oh shit, it's cold," and then they die in the woods because they didn't realize what the Great White North was.
Yeah, nature would have just been like, nah, fuck that little cunt out. Chunk said it was cool after he tried to say it was a BB gun. I didn't know he said that.
Yeah, he's a
But
moron.
they all said moronic shit. Chunk yogurt is a stupid animal lover. What? I love animals too. Oh, you mean that way? I don't love animals like that.
Yeah, he wants to, biblically know them.
Isn't that considered a Fu Manchu or something? What's a Fu Manchu?
Fu Manchu is when it goes like, I think it's like a mustache, but it goes long down here. Isn't that what that is?
Oh, like fucking what's it, Genghis Khan or whatever his name is, Genghis Khan.
Or something.
Didn't he
I
have
mean,
one?
I don't know.
Wants to be Khan.
I don't.
All right, this is getting really like gutter. So let's end it now.
You say it's
Thanks
getting
for
better?
stopping by. Yeah, we're talking about fucking animals and all sorts of shit. Well, I'm not us, but other people doing it.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess, ladies and gentlemen, I guess that's the end of the stream because we're getting gutter or something. I don't know much about that, but I know
You
I've
make us
woken up
sound
there
like
a
I'm
time or
clutching my
two.
pearls. We already crossed so many like faux pas. We said the N word. We said tranny 100 times.
I didn't
We,
say it with a hard R. I just said niggas for Trump. It's a group. It's an
you did it
organization. What am I supposed to say? N words for Trump? That would
That's what I've had to
disrespect
do.
the organization.
All right.
I
Thanks
don't
for
want to
watching,
disrespect
everyone.
them. They've earned their respect.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right. Have a good night. Bye. And stream.